You guys can start your player recap now.
Who wants to start?
I think
Just like the last couple of sessions, I feel like have sort of melded together as we've just been sort of trying to explore and figure out this estate. We'll
Yeah.
call it an estate.
what I have at least is I think we started last session at basically finishing talking with the Were Ravens, from the Crimson Sash, and continuing to explore. We found a couple more rooms. I don't think we found anything too important in most of them, but the one that we did was a room at the very top, which contained the ghost of one of the daughters of the house that was still trapped there. And we tried to calm it down and see if we could get it to willingly ascend, but it wouldn't do that. I think, did we use disguises for that? Right?
Well, we
Not
interacted
yet.
with the ghost twice. So the first time we went in, we didn't really accomplish much, and it was
We
later.
did a
we came
tea
back.
party, and that was delightful.
Yeah, the ghost did not want to play with us at all.
No. Yeah, she was too angry.
Just
So we thought we should go to the well and do that ghost first.
before we went into the room with the little girl, though, we did find like the journal of the Baroness and some other clues regarding what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then we went to the well down in the basement.
Mhm. And we did a lot of fumbling around. We couldn't figure out the well puzzle at first, so we uh, unburied Brorn the dog, brought the remains down to the well, which was not helpful. Until Tarvik had a spark of inspiration where he was like, "Oh, we found that locket here. Maybe we should bury the locket with the Baron." So we put the dog's body back in its grave, unburied the Baron, and placed the locket there. And we got a boon, which is like a buff for 9 days, which we need to keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, and then we didn't get much else from that, so we had to go back to Sylphine to figure out why she won't go to rest. And that's when the disguises came into play. And I'll let someone take over from there. Someone that did the disguises. Rita or Roland.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did not do the disguise.
Yeah,
You want to tell us how the disguise bit went?
Yeah, so Rita and Roland just like went up into the room with the I think it was a specter of this little girl. And we were disguised as like Rita had found some of the the lady of the state, her clothes, and put them on and used her disguise kit. And Roland had cast disguise self on himself. And so we just went in there and started trying to, appeal to this specter who immediately wanted to fight us, but with some lucky rolls, we were able to actually calm her down, and with some insight checks and some detect thoughts, we were able to sort of figure out from her that the reason why she is a specter, the reason why she's sort of forlorn and stuck in this world, is that her remains had been tampered with. Um, and so we sort of, promised this little girl that we would, go and set things right, and fix her remains. And so we left the room to go visit the cemetery one last time.
We dug her up and we found her bones were badly deformed, but her skull in particular was missing. We also determined that the grave itself is the crossing into the Shadowfell, but they're probably separate things. Like the fact that her skull is missing is probably what's making it so she can't rest. And but that if we were to try to dispel the shadow crossing or destroy it or something, that wouldn't necessarily help her. And I think similarly, if we returned the skull, I don't think it would affect the gateway. I think Cassandra felt the Red Raven Queen like through the gate, and had a very strong connection to it. And I think we were talking about whether or not to cross, but we had ultimately decided we wanted to rest, so we had moved away a little bit and are setting up camp.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where we left off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anything else to add?
No, I don't think so.
As a no. All right, cool. So we will switch into tonight's session. So you guys are kind of here and just wrapped up your conversation of saying, we want to take a long rest, and you guys move away from the manor just a little bit. How far do you move away?
200 feet
200 feet.
into the marshes. Like, if there's like a good dry spot in the marshes that seems protected and good for campsite, I'm sure we'll go find it.
Everything seems a little damp with the fall kind of roiling over the landscape, but relatively dry, and for sleeping purposes, good enough out here in the wilderness. So, are you guys doing shifts? Or are you guys going to sleeping like all together? What's happening?
We should do shifts.
Before we start resting, I've got at least one sinning that I want to do.
All right.
Ooh.
Which is going to be, I don't remember their names. I'm sorry, but to sort of the were raven that we had been talking to like the most, sort of their front person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
older
sing to
woman,
her.
Madrina. Yeah.
Yeah. There was, had a really kind look about her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna send to her, and I'm just gonna say, hey, we actually are thinking about going into the Shadowfell. Do you have any advice? Good luck getting to the Marion Vale. I'll stop there.
Okay. You wait a couple of beats, and then you hear a response. She responds, yes. Well, if you plan on going, you must go during the darkest hours of night and lay in the grave without Sylphine's coffin. This is in the graveyard behind the manor. However, and it cuts off.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay,
another
so we know
sending?
how to get there. We have the ability to do it. We just have to lay in the grave during the darkest hour. So we might have to plan our rest around that. Are we gonna be able to make that window tonight? Do we think?
Time is it now?
I mean, possibly. I'm worried about like resting in the Shadowfell. Seems like a bad idea. I think it's like didn't we have hints that like it was like supposed to be like exhausting or something to be in the Shadowfell? I don't know if we can rest there.
Anyone who wants to make an intelligence check to kind of determine, like, sussing out whether or not darkest hours is something that you can handle right now.
Okay. Oh, hey!
Whoa! So, Roland, you're like...
That 20's considered.
You have no idea. I was like messing around with sheets, I don't know, it was like a couple of days ago, and I was just rolling some things just to make sure everything was working right. And I was rolling like shit, let me tell you. It is continuing. So, Roland, you're kind of like thinking about, you're half thinking, right? So you're like thinking about like whether or not sleeping in the Shadowfell is a good idea, and you're going down the path of that's probably not, while you're trying to think at the same time of whether or not the darkest hour is possible, and your mind is splitting. Cassandra, on the other hand, you were just like so focused. You're just excited with the intent or with the idea of possibly going to the Shadowfell, and you feeling that strong connection with the Raven Queen, and you're just hyper focused on trying to figure everything out. And so you think that darkest hours means somewhere between 11 p.m. to roughly like 2 a.m. or so, and anytime during that time is a time when you could go and cross.
Okay. And what time is it now?
Right now it's roughly 11 p.m. ish.
Oh, okay.
So you're just starting the window.
Now or never type of deal. Now or tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, now or
I
tomorrow.
relay that. Yeah, I relay that to everyone.
That's it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we kind of have like, we've been struggling with like just all the stuff that we're carrying around. Like, does it make more sense to just go to Duros and then come back and like just try to dump our stuff?
Well, I guess I'm more struggling with, I don't know exactly what we're doing in the Shadowfell, other than like seeing it and see if some path presents itself before us. We don't even know what her skull is or anything. All we know is that there was a Raven Queen presence, right? That's the only thing that's been leading us towards this place.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like,
yeah.
The reason why I want to go in is because Alaria spent like hundreds of years, was it like 200, 400, something like that years in the Mariam Vale up here, and didn't come up with any real permanent solution to the to the eye problem. And so I think we need to broaden our scope of what we're looking for, to how to deal with this thing. And this is an opportunity that I think we need to investigate.
And I would say we should do it now, while we're here. If we want to if it's an opportunity we need to take, I think we should try to take it either today or tomorrow.
I mean, I think the main reason is still the skull, at least in my mind. And if we think the skull is in there, we probably should be sure of that first, which means resting so I can properly make sure that the skull is not within, let's say 1,000 or so feet of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan. We'll look for the skull on this plane tomorrow. And if we don't find it, we'll hop into the Shadowfell.
Skull's not a creature, right? A skull's
An object.
Creature,
I
but
think
it's not a creature.
I've seen pictures of skulls that are alive.
Occasionally it is a creature, but this one in particular we don't think is a creature.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one more sending in me tonight, so I can just reach out to again to see if they want to maybe finish their thought.
However, seems important.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast sending one last time, and I'm just gonna say, hey, thank you for letting us know. That's super helpful. It sounded like you maybe had something else that you were just on the tip of your tongue about to say. I wasn't counting how many words this was, so I might cut off in
ballpark estimate. You didn't specify where she cut off, so I'm gonna roll something.
Crap.
Give me 1 second.
Gotta plan these ahead of time.
That is complicated, guys.
Okay. She says, yes. Darkest hour of night in the grave without the coffin, and return by laying in the similar grave in that realm in the gloomy hours of the morning.
Okay.
So she says that we to get back, we have to lay. There's going to be another grave on the other side, and we have to lay in it during the gloomy hours of the morning. So I think what that means is, unless we like go and come back within a couple of hours, we're going to spend like a whole like 24 hours in there.
Ooh, yeah. So we should be well rested.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how tapped you all. I would be comfortable going with just a short rest. It's not ideal, but I'd be willing.
I
How
think
tapped are you all feeling?
it's not how tapped I am. It's more the why we're going there, right? We, as of right now, are assuming that the skull is somewhere in there, and that's why we're going there. Not, personal curiosity. Because I do feel like if we're just going for personal curiosity, we probably should focus on going to Duras, maybe getting rid of some of the items we have on us, and then coming back later.
I do agree with Rita that there might be answers to this eye issue over there. If
Well, I think-
Ilaria was seeking the Raven Queen's help through the temple, why not just go directly to the Raven Queen,
I don't think that we're.
I mean,
I find it highly unlikely that we will go through the portal and the Raven Queen will just be waiting on the other side. I think it's far more likely that we run into more problems.
Or
I
we
mean,
can-
Cassandra, I'm a little bit worried about just going straight to the Raven Queen because, like, she resurrected you and she gave you a task, and now if you just show up on her doorstep without having done that task, demanding an audience with her, like,
Is that rude?
what's she gonna be like?
Well, I don't know. She's given me what I have so far. Seems nice enough.
I feel like we're gonna go and because we're on a path, right? She's given us clues and hints and a map to kind of follow so far. We'll go,
Yeah.
and either there'll be a continuation of that path or there won't be, and that'll determine whether or not we come back immediately or we have some goal or destination.
Yeah.
But I feel like we might have to kind of take this first step in order to see if there is a path in front of us.
The map said treasure would be here, so I think this might be the treasure. I mean, we haven't found anything else, right?
By the way, for Cassandra, your voice, at least to me, is sounding weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
I think if you're
Yeah.
using something that has battery, it's probably dying. Just FYI.
Oh no. Okay, I will be back soon.
It
It is
sounds
absolutely adorable. It's
Okay,
so cute.
good.
It's
I
like,
was gonna say,
sounds like a chipmunk.
Cassandra sounds smaller and smaller.
it's sounding more and more like Alvin and the Chipmunks. All right. I'll say also, anyone who wants to right now, go ahead and roll me intelligence to kind of decipher what gloomy hours of the morning kind of means.
I'll do that. Despite my lack of intelligence.
Yeah, so you guys pretty much decipher the same thing. For Tarvik, I'd say you probably think it's somewhere between like 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. For Roland and Rita, you gather it's probably closer to like 4 and 6.
Can I roll to see if I know anything about the Shadowfell? Like from
Yeah.
reading their just general knowledge?
Go for it.
second. History or something else?
What do you want to roll for it?
Well, just for general knowledge, probably history. Probably
Alright, go
something
for
I
it.
read. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that's good. Very nice. You know a lot. So, you know that there are, first off, in order to get to the Shadowfell, there are various crossings one must go through. This apparently being one of them, but there are many others throughout the world. You also know that it is a relatively dangerous place if people aren't strong enough, or if adventurers or whatnot, whatever creatures, aren't strong enough to survive. You can be trapped there, and so you would need to be able to create your own sustenance, as that plane doesn't have a lot. And there are a lot of creatures in that plane that would look at any type of living creatures like yourselves as prey, and would try and harm you, and would have the means to easily harm you. You also know that there are very powerful entities that are there, so the Raven Queen being one of them, as well as some other darker, other powerful beings. And so wherever you end up, you're taking a risk. You don't know whether this crossing takes you closer to the Raven Queen or closer to something like the area that Strahd oversees, or perhaps just like a barren wasteland within that realm. You also know that the Shadowfell is like a direct opposite mirror of the Feywild, which is something you would know very much about with your Fey ancestry. And so, what else might you know? Yeah, I mean, anything that you personally as a player know about the Shadowfell, that role would probably guarantee you access to. Maybe not like the absolute specifics of where creatures are and located, but you know a lot from that role.
That makes sense. I will share that with the group.
Mm-hmm.
You said something, but you're super quiet.
I'm super quiet. Okay.
I will say, well, she fixes that. I'll just say, I am able to produce food at least. So, if we will die, we won't die from that.
That's good to know. Am I right in that there is something about like exhaustion? Maybe even something from the journal we found earlier, but there's something about like the Feywild like wears on
Yes.
you and like
the Shadowfell. Yes, that's an important point. Thanks for bringing that up. You get exhaustion the longer you stay there. So mechanically it's exhaustion, but in game it's like you would explain it something along the lines of like the plane just kind of seeps energy from you and you just start losing the will to live, and then eventually if you stay too long and you're not resistant and strong enough, you die. But you would know from that role that wouldn't occur within the span of like a day. It might affect you, but that's more like that severity of dying is more like spanning like if you stay there for a week or so.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think I, for one, am about ready to go to get a rest in. If we go now, I'm not going to have a lot in the reserve, so I think we should take a long rest and go tomorrow.
Okay. I think Tarvik, you said the same thing because you want to be able to cast that spell looking for the skull nearby, right?
Correct. That will help us both here, and if it is over there in the Shadowfell, locating the object.
Okay. I prefer taking watch towards the end of the shift, since I'll be awake in 4 hours after 4 hours. Whatever you all want to do.
I'll take the first watch.
Okay, Tarvik goes first.
I can go second.
All right. We'll say.
And I'll be awake after that.
All right. So Cassandra, and then
I don't know
Roland.
how to make it louder.
All right. So we start the long rest with Tarvik. So go ahead and roll a perception check for me for your watch, and then let me know if you want to do anything during your watch.
Alright. Perception. And I don't think I'm really doing anything. I think we're decently far away from the house, so I'm just going to be kind of watching probably more that direction overall. But yep, just doing my watch.
Okay. During your watch, it is fairly uneventful, except you notice just the general creepiness atmosphere of the graveyard in the distance. It has the fog that's kind of seeping around it and just kind of rolling over the gravestones and whatnot. And even at a distance, it's a little unsettling. You can see why that would be a crossing. But like I said, uneventful, and your watch comes to a close.
I will make up the next person.
I will be woken up.
Okay. Tarvik, how do you wake up Rita?
I'll squat down next to her and gently rustle her shoulder.
Alright, nice. So Rita, you kind of feel this gentle rustle as you wake up. Go ahead and make a perception check for me for your watch, and let me know if you'd like to do anything.
Yeah. I think the one thing I'd like to do is sort of remove anything that I still have on from the disguise kit, like any makeup that I used or anything.
Nice. So as you're removing, you're keeping an eye out, and again, you just have a general uneasiness whenever your gaze passes over the graveyard, but other than that, uneventful. Nothing seems to happen. As your watch comes to a close.
Okay. I'll go get Roland.
It would be Roland and Cassandra for this third shift, and then Cassandra will go to sleep after 2 hours are done.
Psst. Roland, wake up!
I'm not asleep.
It's your turn. Wake up!
Thank you. A pat her on the cheek. Thank you. I will open my eyes. Big watch.
Then do neither of you wake up Cassandra?
I guess I thought I would wake her up in like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
But...
Gotcha. Okay. So Roland, let me know if you'd like to do anything during your watch other than keep an eye out, and also roll a perception check for me.
I'm just keeping an eye out.
Okay. Pretty uneventful. Same thing as I mentioned to the other two. A little unsettling when you look over to the graveyard, but nothing happens. And your 2 hours pass.
I'll go shake Cassandra on the shoulder and see if she wants to wake up.
Alright.
I jump up. I punch the air. I'm like, I'm so excited. We're gonna go to Shadowfell.
Yeah? You're really excited for it?
Yeah.
You know it's a horrible, horrible place, right?
Okay, but there's cool shit there.
There's cool shit there.
And it's kind of unexplored, right? So there could be really, really cool shit that we don't even know about.
Yeah. I mean, there definitely could be some really, really cool shit, but also I think, it's a good expression, right? Something about great risk and great reward.
Mm-hmm.
Great rewards, great risk. I think that's it. That's one.
That's what Ilaria trained us for, though.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
handle it.
You feeling strong? Feeling wise today?
I don't know about wise. Never been the wise one of the group. We'll leave that to Tarvik, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm
eager.
I'm excited for you to get some answers, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope. I really want this eye thing to be done with. It's so unsettling, and I don't know. But also, if I return the eye, do you think the Raven Queen will have me die? Like, if my
What?
mission's over?
I mean, because, like, she gave you back your life, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, but you're alive right now and doing good works for her. I don't think good works are gonna end, you know? Like, not like we'll run out of things of ways to be useful or anything. We'll just complete one mission and then find a new purpose, right?
Yeah. You hear that, Raven Queen? I'm useful. Putting it out there.
You're very useful.
Okay, I guess I'll start making breakfast. Something
If you
that...
can roll a perception check for me.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Some. Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you guys are talking, and Cassandra starts to make moves to make some breakfast, out of the corner of your eye, both of you notice a flock of ravens seems to come from the dark sky and just flies past and goes into the chalet. Other than that, it's very uneventful.
Oh. The
Many
Scarlet
ravens?
Sash are back.
Yeah. How many ravens do we see?
You see 4.
We
Could
should
be
talk to
different
them.
ones. We could, yeah. It could be completely different set of 4, right?
Yeah, they did say they were a big group.
At some point during the watch, while she's keeping watch, I want to ritually cast detect magic just to see if there's anything out here.
Yeah, go for it. So you kind of are, you wait while Cassandra's making breakfast and such, and after that is ritually cast, you don't really sense anything around you in the spot that you're in.
I'll wander over to the
other
graveyard
than-
at some point.
Other than what you
Oh,
guys are holding and whatnot. So you
Fair.
wander over to graveyard. Do you do it by yourself?
I'll let Cassandra know where I'm going, and I'll try to keep in her eyesight. But otherwise, no reason to.
Okay. You walk on over, and you sense what you've sensed before with Sylphine's grave, where it has a partial conjuration magic state, but it also has that mix of something more powerful and something bigger. Other than that, you don't really sense anything.
I'm gonna make a loop around our campsite and just around the house a little bit, again staying within eyesight of Cassandra, so maybe no more than a few hundred feet away. I want to try to see if I can't get any kind of ping if the skull is nearby.
Okay. You take a loop around. And I'll say in 5 minutes or so, just kind of meandering and walking, you don't notice any type of magical aura.
I'll go back to her then.
Alright. And by this time, I'll say this all happened kind of towards the end, with the ravens as well. And so, you guys, it's roughly, and I mean roughly, 7-ish in the morning. As all of you had a full rest. So you can mark off. I mean, not mark off, but, mark everything on your sheet as you've completed a long rest.
Cassandra has made sausages and potatoes with seasonings from the village. Arlok taught me this.
Nice. The day is yours, guys.
To see if you can find the skull if it's nearby.
Yeah. Why don't we start there at least? We could, before we do that, we probably could also talk to the ravens. Maybe they know something about the skull.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, and I had an idea. So we have
Mm-hmm.
to move her coffin out to use this portal, right? Rather than moving it back and forth a bunch, why don't we just rebury her somewhere? Like, on the other side of the graveyard, where it is, or something.
Well, I think it's. Didn't we sort of suss out that like it's kind of her remains and like the anguish that she felt in life that created the crossing? Like if we like move her, rebury her, would that maybe just like move where the crossing is to wherever we put her?
Yeah, you figured out
Or
last session that it was like her tortured life that drew all of this like dark energy and created it.
But if we moved it, would it move with her? Is that how that works? Or
it
I mean, obviously, if we move her out for a second and then we lay down in it, it wouldn't.
I mean, I think that we're going to like.
the best case scenario is the grave moves with her.
I
The
mean,
worst case is it just shuts all together because we moved the grave somehow.
Make
I mean,
you know what? Whoever is trained in Arcana, go ahead and make an Arcana check. Or I mean,
I
not
kinda
trained,
just-
but like proficient.
I kind of just think it makes the most sense to pull the coffin out and like leave it out while we're in the Shadowfell and just put it back and rebury it when we get back.
On that note, like, is there signs? Is there signs that she's like the coffin's been moved anytime recently? Like, how did other people handle this issue?
Y'all can make an investigation check.
can do that.
And yeah, let's do this in order. So for Roland, you're 20 Arcana. As you guys are all having this conversation, you in your mind are thinking and feel pretty confident in the fact that momentarily moving her bones wouldn't necessarily move or alter the crossing itself, that gate. However, if you were to rebury her remains somewhere else, eventually the crossing would just move over to that new site. It is tied inextricably to her tortured soul / remains, and just it goes to that area. And for your guys' investigation check, it's a little hard, and I actually should have made you guys do disadvantage, but I'll make it that the DC was just high. You've already dug the grave up, so it's a little hard to distinguish between your activity versus anyone else's activity. Though, Cassandra, you very sleuthy person, are gathering that there are some marks on top of the coffin itself that you know that you guys didn't create because you were trying to be very careful. And so you see some other marks where potentially other people have dug up this area and have gone through.
Yeah, other people were here. And they dig up her grave and like this. Well, let's talk to the ravens before we do your spell, Tarvik, because isn't that short?
About 10 minutes to look for it.
All of you
So-
hear from the mansion in that circular tower area where you once before I don't want to say shriek, like not in pain, but a shriek in horror. Just and then you hear kind of raised voices, though you can't quite tell what they're saying.
Oh,
Should run.
yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll run inside.
Okay, you guys are running inside. Dun, dun, dun. You guys eventually make your way up to the second floor. Nah, why can't I move your tokens? Okay, hold on. Alright. you know, I'm not going to move your tokens, but you guys can imagine yourselves on the second floor in that rotunda area, and you hear the voices emanating from there. So that's where your footsteps are taking you. As you rush in and you open the door, you notice that they are the people who you recognize from before, the 4 individuals. However, they look a little different. So you see Madrina. She's fully human, and she's clad in the robes and the sash, as well as the older gentleman. And then you see these creatures. If I can get it. I'm gonna show it. It should show up. Where they are like fuller looking ravens that you saw earlier, just in a bigger form with their robes on. And you see these 2, they are kind of perched atop the second story of the circular rotunda area. And you see that they are kind of not in aggressive stances, but they look a little bit agitated and on edge. And Madrina looks over to you guys as you rush in and enter here. I moved you guys. And she says, "Oh, hello. I saw you guys resting earlier. Didn't want to intrude. This is a little bit of a tense time for us right now." And then she's just kind of focused up on to the balcony where the other 2 actual ravens are. And you hear kind of the voice from earlier, the kind of like snarky, little snappy voice, the young woman who was referred to as Vanique. And she's in were-raven form, and she's looking down. She says, "Who would have taken them? They're the only ones who are here." And she looks towards you guys in were-raven forms. "Have you taken our things?" And she has like a very angry, accusatory tone. And Madrina looks back to her and calms her down. She says, They weren't here for anything malicious. They let us know." And she turns to you all and says, "You didn't take anything, correct?"
Like, in real life, second guessing myself, did we take anything?
I think we definitely did. Like, we took... I was going to say, I have like a potion of mind melding.
Yeah, you guys took...
Oh, we took
everything.
things from the upstairs. We did.
Well, we took things... Like, we took like the...
Okay, in our defense, and I'm saying this out loud to the person,
Okay.
in our defense, we didn't know if it was yours or not. And they look kind of dangerous.
I would like everyone to make an insight check for me, please. You don't have to DM roll it.
Okay. I'm just like in all of these were-ravens. Like, do I get to be a were-raven?
I'm gonna start taking my things out and like handing them back. The piece of crystal that glows, the tooth of the unknown beast, the mummified gobble in hand, and the pipe with bubbles, and the small straw with the needles.
took
Yeah,
all of
I
it.
will
I
I'll take
literally have
out
all
the
of it.
potion of mind melding as well, and I'll toss it over to them. Well, not literally toss, but hand.
Okay. So...
Well, insisted to us. You all told us that you didn't have anything. So when we found something, we assumed it was not yours because you all told us that you didn't have anything.
Roland, make a persuasion check with disadvantage for me. As you are taking out all the things and you're just kind of like spewing all of this out, all of you kind of are taking a look at the situation. You see Madrina doesn't change her face at all. She remains very stoic. It's very hard to read her. You see that Vanique is... You see her angry. And you see that she's a little tense, and you can see her feathers are like ruffled up a little bit. And you see the older gentleman who's also in human form below, down at the level that you guys are at. He like just goes and starts reaching for the items. A little bit timid, but you see him be a little bit more aggressive than he's usually shown himself to you guys. You see the other were-raven seems a bit unfazed as well, a little bit harder to read. And the older gentleman, like I said, reaches towards you and like grabs all of the items. He does not, however, grab for the potion. He only grabs for those little odd items that you guys took.
You took the pins out of the creepy doll. I think that makes any difference. The pins are loose.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well, the pins are probably
Yeah.
up there. I don't know if you guys would have
Yeah.
taken pins, would you have?
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's
I
just
thought
the
it was
doll.
witchy stuff. I thought it was cursed. I took the pins too, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You see, yeah, so you see the older gentleman like reach in, he grabs everything from you guys, again, a little bit more aggressive than you would ever have seen him, and then he backs away very quickly back behind Madrina, and he starts holding the doll, and he's like, he looks a little shell-shocked as to the bareness of the doll without it having any needles in it. And you can see his arms just kind of like going over the doll and just kind of like almost patting it down like he's in disbelief that they're not there as he looks towards everything else. And then you see Vanique, she flies down immediately. And you see Madrina step in front of her body covering you guys, and you see Vanique just snarls towards you guys in her were-raven form. As you see Madrina steps in between, she says, Vanique, please calm down. I've taken a good look at them, and they didn't mean any harm to what I can tell. And she looks at you all pointedly. And she just kind of gives Vanique an eye, and you notice Vanique kind of back down in her demeanor a little bit. Her feathers unruffle a little bit. She steps away, and she flies back up into like that second level with the other were-raven, who remains pretty stoic. You can't quite tell what's happening. And as they all just kind of look at you, Madrina turns to you all and says, well, thank you very much for returning these items. It appears there have been a misunderstanding. These are items that are personal to us. However, they mean and have no value for a typical adventuring group as yourselves. We didn't think to mention them. However, I do forewarn you, in the future, if items are taken from us, we will not look upon it kindly. She kind of looks at you all, awaiting a response.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Skip it up.
Am I still holding the potion of mind melting? My hands awkwardly holding it forth.
Yep, they totally ignored you, or he totally ignored you, and he just went for the other items.
Okay. Tarvik's still holding his hand extended.
Seeing that, she indicates, we have no need for that. That was a vestige from the previous owners. You may take that, as that is not ours.
Okay. Are you sure?
She nods her head.
Alright, now withdraw my hand.
Okay.
Slowly, like just eyeing her the whole time, like waiting for her. Like, actually, I'll be eyeing the one were-raven that's super mad at us the whole time
Vanique.
as I put it into the bag. Yeah, Vanique. Just eyeing her the whole time as I put it in, just being like, is it actually okay? Like, or is she just like being too nice?
Yeah. Make an insight check for me.
Okay.
Gosh, it's hard to tell. It's a really tense situation. It could be either way. You're really on pins and needles right now. She looks to all of you again, and she just continues. She says, well, if we are all in agreement, we have some of our own business to conduct, as might you. You are going into the crossing?
Maybe. We are looking actually for the
we are.
skull. Oh,
I will say that you've missed your window, as I indicated earlier to you, and she looks towards Rita.
Yep.
One must pass in the darkest hours of the night.
We want to go tonight.
Very well. You have your own business to conduct, as do we. And she kind of...
If you want to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
We wanted to ask you about the skull of the child that's missing.
I know not of those matters. Rolla, make an insight check for me.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, you don't quite get the nuance of her tone in the matter right now. I take Tarvik, probably with you're such a high wisdom character. You gather that though she holds no ill will towards you guys, she isn't as open and receptive to you all as she was before. There appears to be some love lost. Not a lot, but just a little bit. You think that probably give it time, they'll probably, brush it off. But right now the wound is still fresh. You kind of think that these items meant something to them. And you taking them kind of rock the bridge that you guys were building a little bit earlier. But Roland, you get maybe like a little bit of that, but not really. As she kind of cuts you off a little bit and she says, again, I apologize, but we have our own matters to attend to. She looks at all of you pointedly and then glances at the door.
Yay.
Alright.
Sorry.
Bye. And I'll leave.
I'll look at Vinik and be like, you look really cool. Okay, bye.
Oh gosh, just make a general, charisma roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. I'll walk out.
Alright. Actually, make another roll for me. Make an insight. To
Okay.
see how you think she gets that. Nah, you just throw that out there and you just keep walking and you're not really trying to...
That's fine.
Alright.
It
Do
has
all
to
you
be
walk
said.
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just smile and wave and leave.
Yeah, I guess you can grab all of us and put us in.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
do you wanna
Yeah,
start?
that's why I didn't want to go too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so all of you walk out. Where do you guys go? I'll take you
Just
there.
from the main level, or?
I actually wanted to head down to the basement because I'm going to put some of my stuff away. Possible permanent donation to the estate. I don't know. I just want to lighten my load a bit.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, oh. Look at Rita being philanthropic. Alright,
Yes.
so...
Well, maybe they can steal our stuff.
I was about to say, it sounds more like it's just like, yes, let's call it recycling, because what it actually is dumping garbage everywhere.
I mean, I might come back for this stuff when we come back. I don't know. We might need to pick up other things while we're there. So.
Alright, you kind of let everyone know, and you all make your way down to the basement. You drop off some items.
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about what we want to keep or not keep.
Yeah. I'm carrying Galana's quarterstaff that we're taking to Duras. Obviously, that would be I'm sure she would be upset with us if we lost it in the Shadowfell. But I don't know about leaving it either. I don't know. I feel like it might be safer to leave it. We can't lose it that way.
I have that cursed trident too. I guess I should probably keep it.
I mean, that's probably the best thing to leave here, because, the worst case scenario is the group that is also dealing with cursed items also takes it, right?
I guess we'll put a note on it that it's cursed, though.
I mean, we could have shown it to them and be like, "Hey, this is an evil eye object. Do you want it?"
I don't think they want to talk to us right now.
That's fair.
Well,
You
but
have
they're
a
professionals,
donation
right?
for your collection.
They're professionals, right? I mean, they would take it seriously if we asked them if they wanted it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I do kind of like the idea of leaving it here. I feel like it can only hurt us. I mean, the worst thing that happens leave it here is it's not here when we get back, which would be really bad, obviously, for a lot of these things. But there's literally no good that'll come from taking it with us. It's just an issue of we could lose it, or bad things are happening because we won't touch the quarterstaff, or sorry, the trident or the quarterstaff, I guess. But
Alright, how about right now we take a quick break. Let's do a 5-minute break and like think about what your options are and whatnot. And we'll come back. Let's do an 8-minute break instead, or a 7-minute now, and come back at the 40 mark.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're back. What have you guys decided that you're gonna drop off here?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a few things. I'm gonna put down my old sling and the sling bullets I still have for some reason. I'm gonna put down my daggers that I still have for some reason. But I'm gonna put down the tent, 3 costumes, and my armor.
Your armor? No, Rita, put it on.
But no, I haven't used it once. It's just weighing me down. I don't need it, guys. It's fine.
Going somewhere different. So you should try something different, and that is wear your armor.
Have you been like not wearing your armor, just carrying around your armor, not wearing it when it would be helpful to
Yeah,
you?
kind of. Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Like, is there a reason for this? Because I mean, I don't wear armor, but there's like a reason for that. Is there a reason for you?
It's just I don't know. I don't like the way it looks.
We gotta get you like a pretty cloak to wear over it.
You think you prettier armor? Is that what we need to do?
I don't know.
I could draw on it.
I think I could maybe color it. I'm not sure.
Rita, please mark DM inspo on your sheet for me.
Alright. I'm gonna ask Roland to write a note for the trident and something about like it being cursed. You can have it, but it's gonna hurt you, or I don't know.
Sure. I'll write a note.
Okay. And I'll tie the note to it, and I'm gonna throw this trident into the bottom of the well.
Do you address it to anyone, or it's just like a blanket note to whoever gets it?
I'll address it to the kindness or whomever finds this trident. Is how I'll address it.
Okay. If you can, either in Discord or the Roll20 chat, just give me like a short little thing of what you write.
Sure, I'll take a moment to that. You'll want to leave Galana's quarterstaff here or no? I kind of feel like that would suck worse if we lost it, so I kind of want to keep it on us unless anyone has any feelings about it.
Do we know what it does? Like, it might be helpful to like have it used, maybe.
Oh, yeah, Roland, have you looked it over?
I could identify it if y'all wanted to. I guess we
Would that be rude? I don't care. Do it.
I feel like. Okay. I think I'll go check my notes on her instructions to us regarding it. Give me 1 second.
Oh.
Trying to recall. Can I recall?
No,
you don't have to look through. What she told you was to deliver it to here, who would be in Duros waiting for you.
Alright. Sure, if y'all want to wait 10 minutes, I will cast Identify.
I mean, we're dumping stuff anyway, so
Yeah.
I think we got time. We also have what, 16, 17 hours between.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Alright, yeah, so I will ritually cast Identify at some point between writing this letter on the quarterstaff.
Okay. And give me 1 second as I... If anyone else is dumping stuff, you can talk about that right now.
Are you dumping anything?
Hammer.
I think that's from like the starting equipment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the crowbar. That's come in handy.
Level
but the
20,
hammer-
keeping a hammer.
What if we need the hammer?
You can have it. I don't want it.
No, it's okay. Good.
I think it's for the Pythons, but I gave the Pythons to Tarvik. Do you have a hammer, Tarvik?
Oh, great. I mean, I have a great axe, which
For the
it's
Pythons?
a great question. Do I have a hammer? I honestly would doubt I do.
If it's not in your inventory, I don't think you would.
Nope, I do not.
All right, here's a hammer.
Cool. How much does the hammer weigh?
Apparently 3 pounds.
Cool. Good thing I'm getting rid of a lot of weight.
Yeah, you go ahead. That was all I wanted. The spear and
Okay.
the
So what I'm getting rid of, and I have to write it down because I'll probably come back and get it later, unless we find something better over on the thing. I'm getting rid of a heavy crossbow, 15 crossbow bolts, crossbow case. That's the one that's monogrammed. I'm getting rid of 10 days worth of rations, 10 torches, and a hunting trap.
Okay.
Which,
We still have another hunting trap.
I mean, do we? Like, my thought is like, let's leave behind things that we probably won't be using in the Shadowfell, and like, we probably won't be hunting anything in the Shadowfell realistically, right?
This will be hunting us. But
Exactly.
You're right.
I
I mean, we
wanted to
only
say
ever
that
use the hunting
so
trap
bad.
for monsters. Like, I
So-
mean, but like I'm saying, we've only ever used a hunting trap to try to catch something that was dangerous. We've never actually used it to hunt or anything.
That's fair, but like, I don't like if we're trying to catch something dangerous, we're on a time limit. Like, we're probably not setting a trap and hoping for the best, right? That's the same reason on why I'm getting rid of 10 days worth of rations for right now, right? Realistically, I can create food and water, and also realistically, if we last more than 7 days over there and we're still not out, I think we have bigger problems than an extra 10 days of food will solve.
Fair.
Fair, that's fine. I don't actually object, and I'm sure I'm not going to carry it around, so.
Oh yeah, that's.
Anything we leave here has a chance of being stolen. So as long as you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm showing everyone, I think everyone's seeing it,
Yes.
the staff that Roland has identified. So you can take a look at that if you want.
I'll read that after I finish writing this note.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
8 hours, holy shit.
And it's a rare item.
It's like only Tarvik could use it though.
Yeah.
I'm not good aligned. I don't think.
Oh.
I'm neutral, so no,
Yeah,
I cannot.
None of us can use this.
Oh.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Well.
Well, I'm still kind of the same thing of like, anything else if we lost it wouldn't be the end of the world. This I feel like is important. We owe Galana to like try to not lose it. I don't know, I feel very weird about leaving it here.
Yeah, we should take it with us. Is it that heavy or?
No, it's not heavy.
Okay.
I will continue to have it strapped to my backpack on my back.
Awesome.
Okay.
Probably in the same place as my longbow.
Are none of you really good aligned?
I think I'm chaotic good.
I mean, yeah, so you could use it
You
in
could,
theory then.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
doesn't. You
I
don't need
thought
to be
it
a
doesn't have to
cleric
be a
to
cleric.
use it.
Oh.
No, you just have to be good aligned. The spell itself is usually just cast by a cleric. You should be able to cast with the item still.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, okay.
We'll keep that in mind then.
Is that better than your staff, Roland?
Oh no?
Was that better than your staff? Or do you use the staff? What do you use?
I don't have a staff. I literally use my hands 90% of the time, and I will pull out my short sword if I have to make a beeline.
So do you not have a spellcasting focus? I mean, would
I
this
do.
work?
I have-
No,
I have
this
an
doesn't work
arcane
as a
focus.
spellcasting focus. Okay.
No.
I have an arcane focus.
Yeah.
It's like a jewelry thing.
Oh,
I never tried what it was.
gotcha.
Yeah, maybe I should temporarily
Yeah, why
use it
not?
as staff. Yeah.
Maybe cast it on Rita since she won't wear her armor.
Like, it's fine. No, I don't need that. No.
I will say it does go away if they do bad things. So Rita has to kind of buff everybody around us if she wants to keep the effect of it going.
One more time.
Yeah.
The way Sanctuary works is it stays up, but as soon as you attack, or the creature who is on it attacks, it goes away. So, like, as long as Rita doesn't do any harmful actions against anybody else, it can be up on her. But
Yeah,
as
I
soon
mean,
as it,
I think out of all of us, I do have like the most non-inherently aggressive options.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Cassandra was right.
I
Well, you
mean,
said we're gonna be hunted there, right? So it's good to have. All right, Tarvik, you ready to start looking for this skull?
yeah, we can try our best to see if we can find it here.
Should
All
we
right.
move her coffin ahead of time or no?
I mean,
We can just leave it until we're ready to go, I think.
Okay. Cool.
all right. I will cast Locate Object then. If we're all ready. DM.
All right, so before we go into this, we're gonna do a little time jumping here. So, in this day that you have, what are your plans? So, this is one of them, the locate object. Is there anything else that you guys are doing? And what would you be doing in free time?
I guess we would move her her coffin out of the grave and cover it with like a tent that someone left behind, I guess. Or was someone leaving behind a tent? I can't remember.
Yeah, I did dump the tent.
So why don't we just like use that to cover her coffin so it doesn't get any more damage from the weather? And then I don't know. I think that's all that Cassandra wants to do.
Thank you, Roland. What about you guys, Rita? What do you plan on doing? What's your intent for the day?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just like go for like another stroll through the sort of the artistic area that we passed through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can read my new book. I can read because I didn't know it. It's important. I can read on monstrous races.
Yeah. All right. So if no one else has anything that they're doing, all of this can happen. Oh, Tarvik?
I was going to say, I mean, this only takes 10 minutes, locate object,
Exactly.
and then it's done. So the rest of the day, and I guess a little bit into evening, I'll pull out my herbalism kit and make another healing potion with those
Smart.
healing potion materials that weird witch gave me.
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and attune to the staff, assuming it needs attunement.
It does. Yep.
I'll attune to the staff.
All right. All right. So I will say that everything y'all mentioned just happens throughout the day. And Tarvik, for your locate object, you spend a little bit of time looking, but you feel nothing within the area. So after that's done, you just go and start doing what you mentioned, which is working on the potions. I'll say this can also, I mean, Tarvik, you're kind of already doing it. This is considered downtime. So if any of you have anything specific that you're working on, crafting potions, Tarvik, that's one of them. But there's some other things that you can like practice doing and whatnot in downtime. This is considered that time period. But if you're not doing any of that and you're just kind of doing other things like you're reading your book and such, that's fine as well. But we will go ahead and fast forward through this time if there is nothing else that you guys want to do.
I guess Cassandra will try doing like push-ups and like working out and get like really exhausted and be like, I don't know, our paladin's supposed to be like really buff.
Make an athletics check for me.
-1. Let's see.
You do 5 push-ups and you are tired.
Just start laying on the ground and
your
like
arms are shaking. You all see Cassandra's very weak attempt. All right, so you guys, did you talk about anything throughout the day, or were you all just kind of, doing things?
Much to say. I mean, I guess we'll talk about the fact that Tarvik didn't find the skull. So
Yeah, you can talk about that.
I guess that means we have to go in the Shadowfell and just try to look, right?
I mean, there's kind of a good chance that it's just in the Shadowfell, in the grave on the other side, right?
But then we have to survive a couple hours until the gloomy morning.
Well, I mean, I want to go like explore a little bit and see what's there. I mean, that's I think that's important. I think that's something we need to do.
Maybe there'll be a raven on the other side.
A were-raven that's not annoyed at us?
Yes. And then it can bite me and I can become a were-raven.
You really want to be a were-raven?
I don't know. There's probably like some side effect to it that I should know about it, but it does look really cool, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they can like fly and stuff.
Yeah.
I did think of something I wanted to talk to Tarvik about.
Okay, because I thought it was something I wanted to talk to Cassandra about, so that's good.
Okay.
Alright, well, at some point, when he looks like he's in a good mood and not busy, I'm gonna walk over to him and be like, Tarvik, I think you should give me some of your hair.
I forgot about that.
Hello to you as well.
Hello, Tarvik.
I am not very familiar with Duros. Is that a good thing?
Well, it has anything to do with Duros, but that would be a good thing, yes.
Why?
Because if we get separated and we have some of your hair, it'll be easier to find you.
If we get separated, I'm more likely to find you than you finding me.
But this makes it more likely overall.
Fine. I'll just take a single graying hair and just pluck it out. Drop it.
I'm adding Tarvik's hair to a vial and putting it with the other hairs for scrying with the scrying mirror.
Please don't. Please, don't do it if, I'm still around. Obviously, it's weird to do. You know that, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna scry on you unless we need to find you.
I mean, I would also say, realistically, you could just have Rita cast sending to me.
I'll tell you what, if that is an option, we will do that first.
Gives a little nod. Shakes a potion vigorously as he's walking around.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you can carry around the scrying mirror with everybody's hair in it. I have hair in it, and obviously I can't use my own hair to scry on myself. But...
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. I feel accomplished, and I will walk off.
Do you say that out loud? I feel accomplished.
Feel accomplished.
Sure.
I just imagine Roland saying that.
I'm sure I said it out loud, yes.
If you want to find...
Yeah, I think at some point, Cassandra will, I'm sure, excitingly springing around at certain points. at various aspects. I
I'm
will.
trying like half-assed workouts.
Yeah, I'll flag her over as simply like, Cassandra, can you come over here for a moment?
I'll skip over. What's up, Tarvik?
I think we should have a brief conversation. Uh, what do you plan on finding in the Shadow Realm?
I don't know. There's supposed to be treasure here, right? So there's gonna be a raven or a feather or some sort of clue that's gonna lead us to treasure.
Hmm.
Maybe another map.
You are aware that the raven that led us here was the ones that are currently angry with us, correct?
They said they didn't do it.
Uh, Out of character, I think we know that it was the one older raven who also had the spices in the kitchen that led us here.
You
Correct.
do not know that, no.
Okay.
That was neither confirmed nor denied.
Okay.
You can make a...
If it was, well, hang on. If it was neither confirmed nor denied, then I can just act on suspicion.
You
and
can, correct.
Then, in that case, then I will act on Tarvik's suspicions and just say that that's what he assumes.
I mean, they told you that they didn't, but none of you made an insight check. You can make an insight check right now if you want to try and like remember.
Okay, I thought we did though, because I remember you saying like every time that like we brought it up, that guy like awkwardly looked around the room like,
oh yeah,
oh
so
no,
my
like
descriptions
it's
of
real
him,
obvious it was me.
For him, by those descriptions, I was trying to depict that he was just a very nervous, shy person. And so his entire demeanor was very like diminutive and like just didn't want to be seen, very soft-spoken and such. If you guys did make an insight check, my mind is a little fuzzy. If you did, then it was confirmed that they were not the ones and they were telling you the truth.
Okay.
I'll just say that. Because you're right. I think there were a couple insight checks, so, it probably happened.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sure either. Like it was almost a month ago now, honestly.
It was
Then I
probably
won't.
the Raven Queen herself.
Hmm. There's a southern expression. Are you familiar with the phrase tempering expectations?
No.
Okay. Well, let's start there. Are you familiar with the process of tempering?
No.
Okay.
I don't have much education, Tarvik.
Nor do I. That we leave that to Roland.
Yeah.
And that is why he's smart enough when he's tied up to pee himself. Reg- reg- reg-
Throwback out of nowhere. Just put him on blast.
yeah. Anyway, the idea is to contain your expectations for what is to happen, as to not be overexcited and extremely disappointed when they do not come true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I'm used to that. I mean,
Are you?
Like my parents never came back, and
Okay,
I don't expect them
that's
to.
okay. Would
No.
you are actively searching for your mother, though, correct? You believe her still to be alive, despite the fact that she has not come to get you for a number of years now, correct?
Well, she's a powerful adventurer, so she's probably out there.
Yes. Uh-huh. The point I am trying to make is I have much experience with working with other gods,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wait, other gods?
Well, my god, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
And I would just offer the advice of tempering your expectations. Please do not expect to go into the realm and follow this raven, and the raven is going to give you many golds and also be the Raven Queen. I would put those chances at very low.
Okay.
Almost nothing.
All right. What about the saying, "Hope for the best, prepare for the worst"? Could we make that compromise?
That expression. Are you prepared for the worst? Because I feel like you are currently not. I think that if there was a bird that was even close to black that appeared on the other side of the portal, you would follow it to the ends of the earth. And I think that is the issue.
Mm. Well, I would check in with you guys first. I wouldn't go alone. See?
Well, that's something. But again, we're just our main purpose there is to find the skull and put that little girl to rest.
Yes.
Nothing more.
Maybe.
Nothing more.
A little bit.
Just shakes his head.
Good talk, Tarvik. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, how did you get so strong?
Magic.
Damn it. Maybe we'll find that on the other side.
On a side note altogether, Tarvik has an actual strength of 12. The reason he is strong is magic.
Well, it's
That's
still
right,
stronger
these
than
gloves.
Cassandra's 8, so...
That is fair.
And I think all of us have 8, except for Tarvik.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're all really weak.
I was going to say, even without the magic items, the 12 with Tarvik is still the best. It is just... With the gloves, I have a 19, and it just makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. I'll say for Rita, as you're reading the book on monstrous races, this is not like a story book. This is more of like a theory-based book discussing whether monstrous type races should or should not be allowed into society. It's not leaning one way towards another. It's just taking arguments from both opinions and just kind of laying them out as facts and kind of talking about the nuances of each argument and how like that pertains to society and functioning governments and whatnot. Anything on my end that I didn't cover that you guys are doing? I think that might be it.
As I'm reading through this book, can I
Mhm.
find... Is there any mention of were-ravens in particular?
Yes, there is. What kind of information are you thinking of trying to read through?
I think just information about, like, I mean, what I would expect to find in this book is information about, you know, what is their impact on, you know, societies and the, you know, what do their communities look like? They, you know, they seem to be pretty upstanding, but, you know, that's I think what I'm gonna find.
Yeah. So
and I'll also look out for Cassandra if there's any mention of how to become one.
There. All right, so let's do the first part. So the first part, it does mention specifics like... So your assumption based on your experience is that all were-ravens are good. However, in the book it details that just like any other creature in the world, there are, you know, varying personalities, intents, and whatnot. And so not all were-ravens are necessarily good. The impact of having were-ravens incorporated into society is more... It's not specifically about were-ravens necessarily, but about were creatures themselves. So whether it be like werewolves or were-ravens or any other type of were, you know, name your animal, whatever. It's about the disease, is what they call it, of the were-inflicted disease. And so it's not natural. If not controlled, it can spread and affect a population that is unwilling to become a were creature. There's impulse control possibility of people who don't know how to control certain type of magics or powers. As though you guys are very familiar with this magical life that you guys are living, not everyone else is. A lot of the majority of the people in the world are mundane folk who just kind of live their day to day, and you guys are the exceptional that have all of these cool powers and such, among with other select people who choose this type of life and who make pacts with deities and get powers from them and whatnot, etc., etc. Yeah, it just kind of talks about, pros and cons. Pros, like, they have the power, so if there is some type of, like, activity, say, like a fire or something, and there is a were creature, they have a better speed, strength, whatnot, to help in some certain circumstances, whereas a regular person without any abilities may not be able to do as much. So it's like weighing the positives and the negatives of the features that some of these creatures have. It does mention that it is an affliction, so it can be spread in some cases. It doesn't necessarily go into the details, though. So unfortunately, for Cassandra, you don't quite figure out like what the process is for becoming one. But you gather enough that it's probably passed on from a were creature, from a bite or some type of wound or whatnot, where it would transfer through blood. So that's kind of the information that you get. Any other items, questions from throughout the day? You guys probably will have to eat twice. So coming together for a meal and whatnot. And if there's nothing else, let me know what time you guys are kind of thinking about doing things outside of your downtime when that ends.
Well, I've already removed the coffin, so I guess we'll just be ready at 11.
Yeah, just like right at 11 makes the most sense. But like, what order do we want to go through? Because I think we have to go one at a time because it's it's just a.
Or we could all lie on top of each other.
Yeah.
In a giant pile.
Even then, we'll need an order for who's gonna climb out first.
Tarvik's the strongest.
Yeah, why don't I go first?
Crush the rest of us.
Yeah, so he
Yes, maybe he needs to lay down first, and we should all be on top of him. Is that what we're getting at?
I think that Rita should go first. She sounds very confident the fact that she doesn't need armor.
Yeah, that's that theory.
Yeah, I can go first. Happy to. Yeah.
No, Tarvik first, because
okay. I'm going first.
That was a joke.
I'm going first.
No, Rita.
I want to be the first one.
What have I done?
Why do you want to be the first one?
Rita.
I mean, I wasn't thinking about it before, but now it's just like being the first person to go through and see what's there. It's just kind of cool, right?
Yes. All right, Rita. Rita, you can definitely.
No.
Rita, you can definitely go first.
Okay, I'm going first.
Roland, why don't you cast that sanctuary on Rita?
Yeah, I'm casting sanctuary on Rita.
Rita, though, if you are going first, I think it would be good to take one of the dolls from there. So would you mind running to the house quickly to grab one?
Why? I mean,
I think that we need something from her to help me focus on finding her.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
I think we need to ask her if that's okay.
That's a good.
You're definitely the best suited
it's her
to
stuff.
ask her.
I mean, I think it comforts her to have that stuff. So. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can go ask her. Sure.
Okay. Be quick about it, though. We only have limited time.
Go inside the chateau and head up to the girls' room.
Cool. I hop in the hole and try to get through the portal first.
All right. Rita, how are you? What's your appearance as you go up there?
I mean, I'm not gonna apply a disguise kit again. I'm just gonna go up as myself, but I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. You wait a few moments and you don't hear anything.
Okay, I'm just going to sort of like speak through the door. and I'm just gonna say, hey, Selphine, Selphine, I'm just wondering if it's okay with you. We're gonna go. We're trying to help you. We're looking for your your to sort of set things right. And we think that if we take one of your things, like maybe one of your dolls, that will will help. So if you're okay with this, go ahead and give me a sign. And if you're not, I'll just run away. It's fine.
You wait a few
I'll
moments and
I'll
you
wait.
don't hear anything.
Okay, that is a not consent. So I'm just gonna go. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, you traipse back down. While you're here in the meantime, Tarvik, you said you just jump right in.
Yeah, I was going to say, as soon as Rita's gone,
Yeah.
I'm in the hole going first.
Okay. All right. As you jump in, you feel coldness seep through your skin from the dirt that is surrounding you. Fog has rolled inside this grave from the bottom, and it has come and kind of enveloped you, like it's wrapping you all around. The both of you, Roland and Cassandra, you see him as the shroud gets even more the opposite of transparent. Why is my brain not working?
Opaque.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. Yes, so it gets more opaque as it covers Tarvik completely, and the next moment that you blink and you look at him, he is gone. Tarvik, you take a blink and you are looking up at a dark sky. You can't quite tell if anything's different or not, except for the fact that when you look up the sky, you don't see the two faces of Cassandra and Rolling looking down at you. You feel a chill, but you are in a grave, similar to how you were. Everything looks the same, except you don't see Roland and Cassandra.
All right, I'll hop out of the grave, I guess.
Okay, you hop out of the grave. Cassandra and Roland, what are you doing right now?
Just to clarify, I'm rereading the staff. There's no charges or limited number of times I can cast the spell, correct? Only if I can have it up.
I do
3
believe
times.
it is 3.
I can have it up 3 times, but I could just keep recasting it if I needed to, or is it 3 times per day?
Where'd that go?
Hold on, I'm reading it.
As the regular spell, you would just use your spell slot for. And you
Yes.
could cast it
Sorry,
10
that's
times
my
in
bad.
slots.
Sorry, that's my bad. I didn't write it. It is 3. So the whole, you have 3 separate castings. That should also just be you have 3 in a day.
Charges. Okay, cool.
Here, let me fix that real quick. 3 charges per day. Alright. That's updated. So what are you guys doing?
Want me to go next?
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll let Rita know what happened.
Sounds good. I will cast Mage Armor on myself before I go in, and then I will jump into the. Or not jump, but I'll lay down into the.
Mm-hmm.
What did we see? Did we see him disappear?
You see him become enveloped in the fog, and then he's just gone.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep, I will try to mimic that and do that as well.
Okay. So Tarvik,
Yes.
as you jump out of the grave, you see around you a very similar topography from which you came, though there is no building as grand as the chalet. The only thing here, a mausoleum casting very sharp shadows, very unnatural shadows, and 2 very menacing gargoyles perched atop, and a very strewn about front gate that seems to have been opened and knocked down. You see open graves, tilted headstones worn bare of any inscription, and they just litter and scatter the area. All around you are shades of black, gray, and white, where most other color has been leached from everything. If darkness could shy away from the light, this place embodies its greatest success. The sky is black vault, no sun, no stars, no heat from the sky nor ground. Heat barely from your own body even, as it seems to be drawn away from you, sucked into this world. Darkness, coldness, hugging you, enveloping you, like someone snuffing out a candle. This is not a place meant for life nor light. No, you know in your heart of hearts, this place is for the darkness and the dead. As your skin prickles against the cold atmosphere and goosebumps line your flesh, a chill runs down the back of your spine. Tarvik, I would like you to make a wisdom save for me, please.
Wisdom save, okay. 24.
Fantastic. Roland.
Something I'm good at.
Yeah.
Roland, same thing happens to you. You feel the coldness start to envelop you as the fog shrouds you. And just like before, Cassandra, you see in the blink of an eye, Roland disappear. Roland, you are, same as I described to Tarvik, you are face up in a grave. Though now you see Tarvik, probably his back or something, and no Cassandra, though the sky looks the same. A little darker even. What do you do?
I will stand up and exit the grave as well.
Okay.
I'll help Roland out of the grave.
Okay. Perfect.
You said something in your description that something was like littering the landscape, but I didn't catch what it was.
Yes, it was open graves and headstones. They are just scattered and littered across the area. So same description for you as well, except Roland. As soon as you step above, you hear a familiar stranger in the back of your head suck in a breath reflexively and say, "Ugh, Ro, why are we here? This place is absolutely dreadful. You make some terrible choices. Though, not surprising, since your heart is so closed off to me. Come around and maybe you'll be surprised with the knowledge and power I can offer you." In this atmosphere of oppressive darkness and gloom, you can't help but be grateful for that voice, as it offers a slight reprieve from your environment. I would like you to make a wisdom save, but with advantage.
11.
Okay. Cassandra, you have just watched Tarvik disappear, then Roland. You're still waiting for like a beat or two as Rita. You come around and you just see Cassandra standing there.
Oh, Rita. They had to go back to the camp to grab something. Now's your chance to go first.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Shouldn't we all be here? Like when I go in? I couldn't get the doll, by the way, and she didn't want me to go in.
Well, Tarvik said when he gets back, he's gonna go first. So I guess it's up to you.
Well, here's the thing. I guess, like, I can just like jump in and sneak in, yeah. But like, maybe it makes sense for him to be like on his way over here. It would be crazy to just go in there without like the full group, right? Like that's crazy. That's just crazy.
You wanted?
That's needlessly reckless.
All right, I'll give in. They already went in.
What? That's needlessly reckless.
Yeah. It was a decoy to get you to. Yeah, they got you. I'll follow you.
Whatever. Okay. I'll hop in.
Okay, Rita, you hop in. Same description as before. Cold and the fog envelops you, and you wake up. Or not, you don't wake up, but you open your eyes, and you see the backs of Roland and Tarvik, or the fronts, however they're standing, above you. Do you choose to get
I'll
out of
help
the
Rita
Yeah,
out.
I will climb out.
Okay. Rita, you climb out. Go ahead and...
I'm sorry, Tarvik, were you saying that you were about to help me?
Yeah, I would have like offered a
I
hand.
pointedly do not accept the help and just pull myself out.
Tarvik awkwardly hand hovers there for way too long as I watch you struggle to try to get out of the grave that is probably your height.
I don't know,
Rita,
do I struggle? Is it that hard?
make an athletics check for me. It's not a struggle, no. You do it quite well. Barely any dirt on you, Rita.
I didn't get the doll.
Oh, okay. We'll make two, I guess.
Rita, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. Okay. And Cassandra, you see Rita fade away as the fog envelops her. What do you do?
I'll hold on to my feather and I'll say, Raven Queen, please protect us in your realm, and I will get in the grave.
Okay. You get in the grave. Same description. You wake up. You see the other three of your party standing near the open grave.
See, it's not so bad.
You all see Cassandra appear.
Once he appears, I want to tell the group, I think I might be possessed.
What?
Already? We just got here.
I know. No, it's the same thing, right? From before, the
It
voice
is.
in my head.
Same
yeah.
voice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll say that to the group. It's the same thing as before. There's a voice in my head. He's not happy that we're here. I'm just letting you all know. There's a chance I'm possessed. I don't think we're going to do anything about it right now. I'm just letting you all know this is happening.
Maybe he's
Oh.
a god and you're a paladin.
Before this
one.
conversation
Rita
goes
just
forward,
blinks.
Yeah.
Cassandra, you step up out of the grave, and you immediately sense the Raven Queen's full power here. And despite the chill, you don't feel a noticeable change. You feel your thread of connection with her pulled taut and strong. You make your save with disadvantage, please, for a wisdom. Okay. You also feel that the string that ties you to her is plucked, and it reverberates and it snaps back at you towards your soul, as you take some damage here. You take 5 points of psychic damage. And I would like you to make an insight check for me, please. You do not have to DM roll it. Okay.
My insight is just real crap today.
You know that you don't know the nuance of it, but you know she's upset with you. And that is why you received the damage. While you are here, however, your max HP and your constitution are restored to before your true death. So if you'll remember when you died as a character, I made you take off 5 points from your max HP and 1 to your constitution. You can add those back.
Okay. Is that temporary thing or?
Yes. So
Okay.
the restoration of all this is very temporary and is only while you're here in this plane. Once you return back to the prime material, everything reverts. So if you'll remember, whenever you guys go back, to go ahead and remove those again.
What was the amount again? Hit points?
I believe it was 5 to your max HP and 1 from your constitution score.
Okay, great. All right.
So in addition to all of this, you also feel a faint thrum of energy around your body. Tarvik, with your passive perception, you notice that Cassandra's body has a very faint gray glow to it. keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So for these saves, I'm going to tell you what you guys are feeling. In an instant, everything is normal. And all of this happens to you guys at the same time. And when I say all of you guys, I'm talking about Rita, Roland, and Cassandra. Those who failed. Or actually, no. Everything happens. Sorry, scratch that. Sorry. Okay, we're going to go in order. Tarvik.
Mm-hmm.
For a split second, everything fades to black. You are picturing in your head 2 dark hooded figures brushing past you in a crowded street on a rainy day in a city you once passed through during your adventuring days. You're unfocused, you don't know why, you're with your other party members and they're talking. These 2 dark hooded figures brush past you and you catch the word, Drazzle will be pleased, or the words, Drazzle will be pleased, mentioned in hushed tones as the hooded figures walk brusquely away. Before the chatter of your party begins to bring you back to their conversation and the vision kind of fades. Did you say spell Drazzle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to misspell that.
It's in chat. Roll 20.
Yeah, I would not have spelled that right, for sure.
Yep. And you blink and you're back to where you were now. And you vividly remember all of this. Rita, for a second, your consciousness blips out. And you see a very spindly, long-armed, long-legged, dark, twisted, horrific creature. Long pointed nose, warts everywhere. She's got tangled, messy hair. And then you see all of a sudden this figure turns into a beautiful woman. Not too beautiful though. Just enough where if she went into a city, she would be looked upon in a better light, but not too attractive to draw too much attention. And then you see the image swirls and fades into a small city village that you once passed through. You're singing at the tavern, and you're regaling in all of the wonderful applause and compliments after performance. And you see this figure touch your arm and smile and give you a compliment of how wonderful your performance was, and walk away with an evil, cracking smile. And then the vision fades. However, you don't remember this. As you blink your eyes a couple of times and you kind of look around and you're back to where you were. Roland, you see, all of a sudden, your vision fades and you're in a very strange forest. It's strange because the forests that you've known to be in the prime material world are of browns and greens and the colors of nature. This forest, however, are in shades of purple, orange, yellow. The leaves are changing colors. The woods themselves are bending and twisting, almost like they're dancing. You see a small, happy elven boy, looking similar to yourself when you were younger, walking through the woods, hand in hand with a half-goat, half-man creature towering over you next to you. You're smiling, laughing. He's picking you up, twirling you around. You guys are walking amongst these woods, enjoying yourselves. The leaves and tree branches almost bending towards you as you frolic through. They are dancing with you. But then all of a sudden, you start to blink, and you're back in this area. Unfortunately, you don't remember this either. Cassandra, you see, as the vision comes to, a very pink-nosed baby in a hustling and bustling street, inside a stroller of a very busy street market. You see a halfling couple pushing the stroller, stopping by a stall. talking to a vendor, perhaps an exchange of sorts, talking about whatever vegetables were on the table and their prices. And you see amongst the throng, amongst the crowd, a hooded figure who creeps up by the stroller and takes the baby and disappears into the crowd. You blink, and unfortunately you do not recall this vision. However, all of you feel, and especially Cassandra, that something went into your mind for the brief second that all of you have this vision, but only Tarvik recalls it. Something invaded your minds deeper than any of you even recall yourselves and pulled out a memory. Tarvik, again, you're the only one who remembers this, of what you yourself saw. But you kind of all come back to, and you're aware of your senses of where you are right now. And again, where we left off was Tarvik, you noticing a very faint glow around Cassandra's body.
Out of character, real quick, DM. That's brutal to let them know what they don't know anymore.
I love it. I love it so much.
Brutal.
I had the
Tarvik will look-
descriptions. I wanted to read them. Selfishly.
Tarvik will be looking at Cassandra for a moment and then look more confused for a minute and look away and like kind of shake it off a little bit and look back at Cassandra and be like, Cassandra, why are you glowing?
What do you mean? My hair's just white. It's just always been a little
No,
bit
no.
shiny.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. The glowing, the light gray
Do I
glow.
see it? Like, I look at my hands. So.
Yeah, Cassandra, you take a look at yourself and you see there's a very faint glow to you.
Oh.
Cassandra, you're glowing. You're so beautiful.
Can I touch you?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I touch her.
Okay, you touch her. Cassandra, I would like you to roll 1d6 for me, please.
Oh no!
Oh shit! Okay.
I wouldn't have expected that. 2.
Okay. Roland, you take 2 points of necrotic damage as you feel your life being kind of sucked away at the touch of Cassandra.
Okay. Do not recommend. Do not recommend the
You
touching
okay?
right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
it's not your fault. It's fine. But yeah, I think you have special powers in this place.
Well, I do feel the Raven Queen's connection's pretty strong. And she's a little mad at me, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Wait, why is she mad at you?
I don't know. Gods are so hard to understand.
Yeah, join the unfortunate club for that. Alright. Do we want to attempt to do some light searching for where the skull might be before we do, or attempt to find it, as our range is pretty limited?
Yeah, do we
should
see any
search the
cracks?
grave.
Sorry, this is the scene that you are in now.
Oh, is it dark?
It is. Can you not see anything?
Yeah, because I don't have dark vision. I will light up my lantern then.
Yeah, if you light one up, I'll put that light on your token.
I use the flask.
Bright light. Oh boy, what is it that you have? You have a torch?
I have a hooded lantern.
Hooded lantern. 30 radius. 30 radius. Cool. 30 bright, 30 low. Cool. Actually, right here, I'll say let's take a 10-minute quick break.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, we are back in session. This is the map. You see the gargoyles perch atop. And as you all have been talking, non-stealthily, might I add, you, Tarvik, out of the corner of your eye, actually, Tarvik, you went first, so you're probably over here. Then Roland went. then Cassandra, and this is probably how you guys are. As you guys are talking amongst yourself, Tarvik, out of the corner of your eyes, you see the stark still gargoyles that are perched atop the mausoleum start to crack and move. And then all of a sudden you see them fly down and land on the ground. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Alright, so much for looking around.
Nope. We don't get the joys of looking around.
I thought this was to be a leisurely stroll.
Oh
through
yeah,
my
the Shadowfell.
town.
Yeah.
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 Nice walk on the beach.
Next, we're just gonna go to the plane of chaos and just have a leisurely beach day, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hit up the Raven Queen. What up, bitch?
Why you mad? Huh?
Yeah.
I wish.
You just need to loosen up.
Mhm.
Alright.
Cooped up here too long.
Alright. So, Tarvik. Very poetically, you are the first to react.
Do they say anything? Do they look like they're going to attack us, or are they just
Make an
standing
insight
there?
check. You don't have to DM roll it.
Okay. Inside 19.
They look like they are intent on attacking you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that helps a little bit,
Yeah.
for sure. I will cast. Yeah, you know what? I will move up 10 here, right here, and then I will cast Thunderwave at level 1 at both of them.
Okay. Remind me, what type of save was that for me?
I will post it for you right here.
Is it con?
Yeah, it's Con.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it level 1.
Okay. They both fail.
All right. They are moved backwards, but
It's
since
a
they can't
wall.
really move backwards, I was about to say they are. It's kind of like bumped awkwardly into the wall.
Yeah.
They both take 9 damage.
Very cool. Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Actually, yeah, I'll stay right there. I'll stay next to both of them.
Okay, great. And then we have Rita.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I think this sanctuary has gone on long enough. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy.
Hmm. Is that also
So it's a
Constitution?
wisdom save.
No, wisdom. Alright. 12.
That'll fail.
Alright.
So he takes 11 psychic and has to move its speed away from me.
You said it was this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. You know what he's gonna do is he is going to fly. So Tarvik, if you want to take an opportunity attack, you can.
Yeah, I'll take one just in case. Why not?
Yeah.
Nope, not with that roll though. Unless this thing is very easy to hit.
No. Unfortunately, no. So it does fly out, and you kind of swing and miss in the air. It flies kind of diagonally above and away. Yeah. So it's going to be up above in the air. Ooh, it's a little hard to show here, but I'll say for the sake of the map, let's do that. He's like here, and he's in the air. Let's do a little bit more. He's here, up and above. Rita, does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything else.
Alright. Rolling.
Roland is going to cast, he's going to cast Haste on Cassandra.
Nice.
He's going to stay where he is.
Alright, I'm gonna mark a little yellow for concentration. Cassandra, you feel a surge of energy rush through you. Gosh, this plane is so awesome. But no, you saw Roland reach out, give you haste.
Ash is muted.
Yeah, if you're talking.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Let's add. I'm gonna add.
I have to go. Yeah, it's like 30 feet to get there. So I'm gonna have to bonus action dash. And I guess I'll go here.
Alright.
And then I get 2 attacks thanks to haste.
I'm gonna add a +2 on your sheet for your AC. So you should see now in the middle global AC modifier 2 haste. So your armor class is now 17.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try attacking with my short swords.
Okay, go for it. And by the way, Cassandra and Roland and anyone else, keep track of haste for me, because I will not be able to focus on all the things you get from it. Just letting you know now.
I'm gonna do lightning bolts. Okay. Alright, okay, so short swords.
Yeah.
17? 8. Oh, I get a sneak attack, so 3d6.
Oh, nice sneak attack.
Wow.
Yeah. I get 2 attacks this round, so I can only do sneak attack once a round, though. So
Yes.
I will attack again. Ooh, even better.
Ooh, yeah.
7.
Okay,
So.
nice.
Pow. Do my swords glow? Or is it just me?
It's just you.
Okay.
That ends your turn. You see these creatures, these gargoyles, that were once stock still, look menacing as they start moving. This one right here is going to do Mausoleum. So, it's going to go in for a bite at you, Cassandra. However, that misses, as well as its claw, and it misses. So you see in its rage, after getting so much damage from you, it lashes out and turns around and starts to go in for a bite, but it misses as its movement is hindered by its rocky mass form. And you see it try and move and slash at you, but again, its movement so stiff from it being formed of the rocky material that it is. This one over here is going to fly in towards Tarvik and try and attack. With a bite. Oh, wow. So the bite is a 20, and you take 7 points of piercing damage as it just streams in impossibly fast as it bites, and it grips its claw right into your chest for a natural 20 attack. And so you take 13 points of slashing damage as its claws just dig deep into your armor.
So total of 20 or a total of 13?
Total of 20.
Okay.
And then I think we're back. Tarvik.
Right.
It is hovering off the ground. It is flying right now, but it is in your melee range.
Okay. I'm gonna try to save some spell slots for right now. I'm gonna slide right to here so I can do flanking. And attack the one on the right with my great axe first. So 16. So just 6 slashing damage from that.
Cool.
And then I gotta get some hit points back for right now. I'm gonna bonus action healing word at level 1 for right now.
Okay.
On myself.
Mm-hmm.
So let me back up. Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Rita.
I can smell your stink breath from here. Have you ever tried gargling?
Yes. Oh, I missed these attacks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome back.
That is a 19 save, though.
Okay, he saves.
Which one were you aiming at, by the way?
The same one. The same one as I did before. The one on the left.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yep.
And if it's a save, it's completely negated, right? Nothing half.
Correct.
All
Yep.
right, perfect. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and expend a bardic inspiration to give everyone 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And if you would like to use a reaction to move up to your speed, you may.
Look at all these calculations happening.
I'll stay.
Yeah. This was head position. I think I'm all right for right now.
Rita,
Yeah,
how
you're in a
does
good
your
spot.
inspiration go? How are you
Okay.
inspiring?
So this is my mantle of inspiration.
Mhm.
And so whenever I use this, I take on and this is sort of like Fey magic that's being used here. I take on like an otherworldly, beautiful appearance. So I think here in the Shadowfell, it's sort of like just even more of a contrast when I use this, and it's just this all of Rita's features become exaggerated. Her horns grow out and turn to like a smooth polish with the shine. Her hair just extends and she waves it around, flows all over the place. Her skin just becomes this much more deeper scarlet color, and she just like smiles and winks with this appearance.
I love it. All right, then we go to Roland.
Roland's gonna cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Nice. Which one?
Oh, sorry, this one.
Okay, cool. So that's 4.
Yeah.
So 12. Cool. You see the impact. Anything else for your turn, Mom?
No, that's all for his turn.
All right, Cassandra, we're back to you.
Alright. I'm going to attack twice. So, sneak attack. First attack, 18.
Yep.
Okay, not as good sneak attack that time. Then, second attack, 14?
That unfortunately misses. However,
Okay.
if I'm doing my math right, what is your flair to this?
I think. So he's all rocky. I think I want to try. I don't know. I think I want to try just like trying to chop his neck off. Or his head off.
Nice. So with all of your push-up induced strength
Yeah.
from before, those 5 push-ups really buffed you up. You take a swing, you get some momentum. You don't just cut in. You go swing from the right all the way behind you, whipping around and just slice through its head. And you see the head
Yes.
fall off and just smash into the wall beside it and just crumble
Okay.
into pieces. As you see the rest of the body de-animates and just stays there. It is now
I do-
unmoving.
I do have another attack with haste.
Nice.
So let me go over to this guy. Yeah, I can get behind him. And I attack again. With offhand.
Cute.
Ooh. 5.
Nice. Alright, you see this creature looking at the other gargoyle who just gets smashed into pieces, lets out this roar. It's kind of like gravelly, and goes in to attack. It's biting towards you, Cassandra. It misses, and then Tarvik. Oh my god. It goes in for a claw attack. It's a 20 and it hits. Not nat 20 though, dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah.
But it goes in for a slash after missing Cassandra. Frustrated, goes towards you and gains purchase against your shoulder as it rips through some tendons, and you take 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay, can you make me a... I want to say it's a dex saving throw, but I gotta look it up. Yep, dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. Natural 1. What happens?
Great. You see lightning come out from Tarvik's body after that hit. He kind of gets shocked for 12. Nice. 12 lightning damage. And then it's going to get... It's supposed to get pushed 10 feet away from me, but I know you said it was kind of like hovering in the air. Would away be kind of like up in that case then? Or like would you say that like away would be in Cassandra's way?
I think probably Cassandra's way.
Okay, then
it
I
would
can
probably be like diet. Yeah, it would be because it's facing towards you, so it gets pushed away, so beyond Cassandra.
Right. I mean, I can choose not to. It's an option.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll just keep. Yeah, Thunderous Strike. Here we go. Just post that. It's a can. It specifically says can.
Yeah.
For that purpose. So I'll just choose not to push it with that hit.
You choose not to. Darn it, I was thinking of something. What was it? So it slashes into you. Oh, yes. Okay, I will say with... Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Tarvik.
19.
I will say for your next attack, you have advantage. As this gargoyle kind of, in its inability, I should say, in its natural one, to move away from this thunder, it has positioned itself in a way easier for you to attack next round.
Okay.
And so keep track of that. Next, you see from around you the ground start to shift and tremble a little bit in certain pockets. You see appearing a ghoulish figure here, here, and here. As these creatures make their way, you can see their hands digging up from above, slamming onto the ground and pulling their disgusting bodies up above the ground and looking at you with endless hunger in their eyes as they start to move towards you guys. So this one is going to move here towards Roland and is going to try and bite you, Roland. Though it misses. It's like lumbering form, just lunges in forward with its head as you kind of duck away, and it misses. This one will move its movement towards Rita, and will try and swipe at you. 17 hits you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so you take 8 points of slashing damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
That's my favorite kind.
Oh, good. You're fine. You feel, after receiving that slash, like a moment where your body like doesn't move, but then you break through it, and you feel fine.
So as soon as this guy scratches at me, I'm going to, as soon as he's done, I'm going to point at him, and I am going to rebuke hellishly.
Yes. Do so. Is that a save on my end, Wisdom?
It is. It's a dex save.
Oh, dex save.
So that's 18 fire.
I make it with a 20.
Okay, so that is
that half?
halved to 9.
Cool. What color is your hellish fire? Hellish rebuke fire.
Oh, it's purple. It's beautiful.
Wonderful. Sparkles a little.
Yep.
You'll see this creature here reaches out towards you, Cassandra, and is going to try and bite you. With a 10, though, it misses. And this one starts lumbering. Let's see. No, Roland's closer. Moves through here and tries to slash at you. With a 20, it does hit. So you take 8 points of slashing damage, and Roland, please make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you succeed. You also, for a moment, feel like your body being paralyzed, but then you break free. I forgot. Make 2 Constitution saving throws for your concentration spell from the damage that you took.
I haven't taken damage before this.
Oh, then just this one. You do not make that save, so your haste drops.
Fades.
And
Cassandra is.
Yep.
Unfortunately, she is stunned.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna remove this token here.
You cannot move or take actions until after your next turn.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything about bonus actions or reactions.
I think the intent probably is... We'll see. If you want to do something, well, we'll see. We go to Tarvik.
Alright. Hey, what I want to do here, like... I have the way, right? But like I don't know if I want to use it yet. You know what? No, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take 1 step out here, and then I'm going to like Tarvik will like briefly like just like kind of moving his holy symbol or like his axe around and hands around in a certain way. Like doesn't look like he's casting a spell necessarily, but like starts glowing with a light that would normally be kind of more lightning based, but because color isn't really a thing here, it's just kind of light. And with the final bit, we'll strike the ground with the back of his great axe, and I'm gonna cast turn/destroy undead.
Cool.
So I'll post that, and then it's gonna be DC 14 Wisdom saving throws for all undead
30
within
feet.
30 feet, which I believe.
Let's do some measuring.
Let me do. Yep, that should be all 4 of those, and maybe some more if I don't see them.
Alright.
Also, if they are under 1/2, they are just going to be destroyed if they failed.
Correct. None of these are under 1/2 though. Alright,
Mm.
well, that one doesn't count. This one, let's see, let's make some saves. Okay, here. This one, top left, I'm going 13. Let's see.
That fails.
Okay, so it needs to move away from you.
Yeah, so let's see. Turn creature spends its turn moving as far as way. Can't take reactions. So for right now, it does nothing, but once its turn comes up, the only thing it can do is the dash action away from me.
Alright, this guy. Let's see, let's make another one. Top right is a 9, so this guy I'm going to mark with the same color. The bottom right, Nat 20. Oh my god, Nat 20
Yeah,
twice.
so he would be fine. Oh,
Jesus
jeez.
Christ, I know. Let's see, bottom left, 7, fail. Let's mark
Right.
you guys.
So all of them except this guy will
The
be
bottom
moving
right.
away.
Correct.
Yeah, for the next minute they are doing
On
that.
their turn.
Or until it takes damage.
Woo.
So,
Cleric.
yeah, I was about to say, cleric's good at one thing, and it's undead.
This is the plane for you. Anything else for your turn, Tarvik?
I didn't cast a spell, so I'll do another. low level. No, I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna just stand my ground for right now and wait.
Okay. Perfect. Rita.
Man, doing the control casting for me. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and this guy is still here, so I can't get away from him this turn unless I disengage or take an attack, which can paralyze me.
He can't take reactions as of right now, so
They
he can.
cannot.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it says it also cannot
Oh.
take reactions, so you can do whatever you want,
Fantastic. Okay.
except against that one. Roland can't move.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I can't really get through Tarvik, so I'm gonna take 25 feet for my movement to here. I'm going to slap a dissonant whisper on this guy. with my
Slap one on him. All right.
So it's
Literally run up.
Wisdom save.
13.
That'll fail. So he's got to move,
Nice.
and he takes 14.
Oof. Nice.
So it's this one right there.
No, I cast it on the. Oh,
he's
sorry.
a-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I cast it on the gargoyle. I had my pointer set to hide from others, but yes, I was casting it on this gargoyle.
Yeah.
Not this gargoyle. This ghoul.
Ghoul.
Ah, yes. I got what you mean.
All right, he is off map. So if I try and move him, remind me that he's further away than he is. I don't think I
Okay.
can remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
back to
the
where
attack
he
against
was
him?
with his speed.
Yeah.
Roland does get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, he does. Give me a second. Ooh, Dragon Slayer.
Well, I don't think it does anything to a ghoul, though.
It does not,
right
no. But a 13 does
Sorry,
hit.
ignore the fact that I clicked that twice. I'm so sorry.
Oh, but -1 because the +1 is
So,
only.
yeah, the +1's only for the dragon, right? I need to.
I think so.
No, I thought it was +1, and if it was a dragon, it was +3.
Read the.
Why am I thinking that?
If you can
I'm
read the
looking it
thing,
up.
yeah. I don't have it quickly accessible. We'll just say the 13 hits. Regardless, you would hit whether it be a 12 or 13. So the 5 piercing damage
Yes.
as it moves away.
Yes.
Perfect.
It is always a +1.
Oh,
It's a
nice.
+1 weapon now.
Just
it
takes
an
extra damage.
damage if it's a dragon type.
All right. Anything else for for Rita's turn? That ends. So Roland, it is now your turn.
Okay, so he is further away than that. So then, yeah, Roland is going to move up to here, and he is going to attack with I'm going to attack this one with magic missile again, just at first level.
Nice. Boom, boom, boom. You see impacts 15 wowzers. That ends your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
So that ghoul is no longer turned, right?
Ah, yes, thank you for catching. Because it took damage. And when
Yes.
it takes damage, it removes that. Cassandra, you are under the effect of the haste being removed from you. So unfortunately, you are feeling super sluggish right now. Gosh, workouts are hard. Those 5 push-ups, I mean, it gave you that strength, but woof, at a toll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so you can take that token marker off.
Yep.
This creature right here, the gargoyle. Oof. Who attacked it last? I think it's gonna... Let's spread it out again. It's gonna bite towards Cassandra, and it does hit. So you take 6 points of piercing damage as you just see it kind of whip around towards you and bite. And then...
Can I use uncanny dodge?
Can you?
I don't know.
It's
said
just
my
a reaction, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say-
and your lethargy is over.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Oh wait, I took all 6.
And then it tries to claw at you, Tarvik, but it misses. As you see it kind of move forward and swiping. Let's see. These guys. need to move away from you, Tarvik. So this... He's like away, but let's say to keep him on the map, he's also gonna move up to try and get away. So he's like way up, just trying to get as far away from you as possible. He's probably like up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy, he's gonna be off map. Remind me, this guy is off map as well. And the other two are fine. And then you see some more trembling beneath the ground.
Well, hang on. Do you want them to attack at all? Like...
Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay.
These guys pop up. And these two, let's see. He will move towards you, Roland, and he will go ahead and try and bite at you, though a 7, I believe, misses you. And then we'll say this one, can it reach you, Rita? It can reach you, Rita. So it's gonna shamble.
That guy was off the map. I think.
Yeah, remember he was
you're right.
20 feet
Thank
off the map, so
Thank
he...
you. So he's gonna move back.
He could. He would just have to dash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll say he did dash, but he can't bite you. And that is all of their turns. You see now all of these creatures looking towards the four of you with just extreme hunger in their eyes. You see like some drool just seeping out of their mouths as they look at you, kind of raspy breathing. Tarvik.
Okay. Well, these guys seem to get more multiplied, and I don't really want to have to deal with them too much. So I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians around myself.
Ooh.
For the time being, it means nothing, but I'm just going to put up a radius, and then I will roll it when the time comes.
Alright. What's the radius? 30?
15 feet. It's not too big.
Alright.
And I will... I'm going to stay right where I'm at for right now. Because I'm getting a good bit of enemies in here, and it protects everybody. I will also, because it does have to say I can exclude targets, I will exclude the 4 allies I can see within my range.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be my turn.
Alright, keep track of that.
Mm-hmm.
Rita.
Okie dokie. I'm going to start with just a nice little bonus action. I'm going to do another Mantle of Inspiration.
Wonderful.
So everyone can take a nice 5 10 hit points if you haven't used them already, or if you have used them already. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction with that Mantle of Inspiration to just scattily do into here.
Yep.
Nice.
And I'll go about here. And that leaves my action. So this guy, and everyone else can take their reactions at the same time before I do anything else.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they want to move. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think
I'll
I might
step in.
All right, if you guys are stepping in, I would imagine, yeah, then I'll just back up 1 right to there for the time being.
And then I'm gonna, I still got my action, so I'm gonna put it on one of these guys that I can see. I'll go with this one who ran up to me. I think that's the same one that I did the Dissonant Whispers on. So I'm just gonna do a, Ghoul, wish you had stayed underground.
Alright, give me 1
So that's
second.
a wisdom save.
That is a 10,
Seven
so it
plus.
fails.
Oh, that should have 2d4, not 1d4. Let me fix that, but I'll just roll a 1d4 now. There we go, so 5 psychic.
Nice. You see it react, like, it shakes his head like it's a little confused, but then you can see it put its arm against his head like it's hurt. But it doesn't understand why. Then we go to Roland.
Is there any obvious like way to close off this room? Like, is there a gate or something, or some kind of?
There's a gate, and it's lying on the ground, like it was kicked in.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Mm-hmm. If you want to put that token on.
What does it do for higher levels? Yeah, I'm gonna increase it. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Okay. And I will pull the guy on. And is here. And let's see. So 5 foot damage appears.
I think it's a dex, right?
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, I can move it to ram the creature and make them take additional damage.
Well, that's a super hardcore fail with 4. So 14. Noise. You see this flame just catches on this creature's entire body, and it just goes up in flames as it withers out and shrieks like and it falls.
I'm just gonna step up here so I can see a little better, so I can move it around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now, was that my full action bonus, or do I still have a bonus to ram another creature?
Does it say if you can do it on your turn, the bonus?
It's not exactly clear.
Go ahead and do it.
Conjure. Okay. Yep, ramming it into this one then.
Cool.
I think that once you ram it into a creature, it has to stop moving for the turn.
Well, right. Well, I made it appear. So the first one took damage because I made it appear. But you think that the making it appear
you have to ram it in.
Thing?
Like you have to ram it into them to make them take damage on the turn. I
Okay.
think.
Well, then I'm
Gotcha.
done, and then it stopped on this dead one.
All right.
Yeah, the sphere stops moving for this turn after it rams into a creature.
Alright.
Alright, that is both my action and my bonus then.
Very cool. Then we go to Cassandra.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't really see much, so I stay here and hold my action. Well, I'll move to the back of the room. I'll hold my action with my short bow to shoot any enemies that enter the room.
Okay. Remember that held action and tell me when it triggers. Actually.
Yep.
I think it's gonna trigger.
Oh.
You see.
You didn't look behind us.
More like you hear this dark and deep moan come out from behind this open room. And you see appearing a very ghoulish, fiendish-like creature as it starts to make its way in here. So Cassandra, you can go ahead and release your held action.
14?
Give me 1 second. Yes, that hits.
Okay. 5.
Nice. I will actually... I think there's a picture in handouts here that I can show you.
Yeah, token looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, show the players here. You see this creature.
Wow.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Fun. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Will you allow like a little, oh shit, while I shoot, so people look behind them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Cassandra, it goes and tries to strike you. So
All right.
it takes... Alright, it's going to take its longsword. Nope, that does not hit. And it strikes again. Alright, so despite its frightening appearance, it goes to swing at you, but it's swinging wildly twice. as it doesn't seem to make contact. But it stays where it is, and it's looking at you menacingly.
I stick out my tongue.
We go to the gargoyle, who's still...
Oh, hang on.
Yep.
We're gonna need the gargoyle to make a quick
Ooh.
save for me.
Yes, thank you for remembering.
Let me tell you which save it is, because I honestly forget. I think it's a
wisdom.
Dex.
Oh, is it a dex?
Is it Dex or Wisdom?
Oh,
It
gosh,
is
I
Wisdom.
don't know.
You're right. Wisdom. It is
Okay.
Wisdom.
Alright. 17, I think. Does that make it?
Yeah, that makes it. I don't know
Okay.
why I didn't put my save on there. It's 14, but yeah. So that makes it so it will only take the 8 radiant damage.
Alright.
Its speed is also halved, if that matters.
Okay. Let's do... Alright. It's not gonna move, but it will try and attack you. So it's going to try and bite and claw at you, Tarvik, as you are the creature in front. I don't think any of these hit. 15 and 14.
Nope,
as
both
it
miss.
moves in towards you and slashes, but your armor protects you. As we go to the top of the round here.
Are the ghouls not doing anything?
Oh no, this is their turn.
Okay. Do you want me to
so
re-roll,
many.
or would you like to use the same roll for the whole turn for the ghouls as well? Because this one will need to make another save or take X amount of damage.
Let me see all the ones that are going to move in. I'm going to roll once just for the sake. So let me see who's going to move in.
Okay.
No, you know what? They're all going to fucking move in because that's all they see
Why?
in front of you.
I was about to say, like, why would they not?
No,
like,
they're all going to totally come in here. So this one's going to come in here. This one's coming in here. This one's coming in here. This one was off the map, so he's gonna dash.
He's continuing to run away. He's
the
red
right.
one.
Yeah. You're right. He's. Do I
this
make another
one
save
here. Nope.
after?
It's
totally.
unless it takes damage, it runs for a solid minute.
Perfect.
So basically, it's going to be probably like 2-ish minutes before it can even get back into this fight.
Right, he's off the map. All right. And this one also. Oh boy, guys, there are so many here.
All right. So all of them need to make wisdom saving throws. I can reroll the damage, or do you just want to use that one for each turn?
Hold on, give me 1 second before I do that. This guy's gonna pop up here.
Okay.
This one's coming up here. This one's coming up here. And this one here. All right, wisdom save, right?
Yep, 5 wisdom saves. I'll reroll damage if you want. If not, we'll keep the 16.
No, let's say everything fails. So we'll keep the 16 and just...
Okay. Yeah, so 16 damage to all of them, and I don't know if that mattered. Like, I think a lot of them were close enough, but if they were farther away, their speed was halved in the bubble.
What's your flair to this? Describe your spirit guardian.
I mean, it's not... So it's concentration, so, like, what it looks like is, like, slowly rotating angels with a kind of a question mark, because they kind of look like they look angelic, but the weapons they are carrying seem more spiky than not, and their skin seems a little bit more scaly than not, I would say. So they almost have like a sea-like flair to them.
Nice.
Cool.
As they like slowly rotate around and like just cut through these ghouls as they come through.
You see one of them, the one in the middle, just completely gets obliterated by this energy, and you see it fall to the ground. The other one's taking impacts. Yes.
The 2 in the rear take damage from the flaming sphere.
Thank you.
I'm gonna roll
How much?
It's 2d6 plus an additional d6 if I cast it.
Oof.
They would take...
Look at that higher
13.
casting.
Yeah, I was about to say 13.
Ouch. Alright, so both of these, you see get incinerated in flames as their bodies fall to the ground, charred. Alright. Tarvik, it is your turn.
They didn't want to attack or anything. They just moved up. That was their turn.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that appeared don't have a movement. However, these guys that do, they will try. This one will try to bite. It totally misses you. This one will try and claw at you. Oh, that one hits. Go ahead and make a DC 10 con save and take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Oh, nope. I dropped concentration, so that's down then.
So that wasn't concentration.
Yeah.
So this one
Okay,
is
well,
for a paralyzing effect. So you are now paralyzed.
Okay.
So
Well, then let me do another con save,
Correct.
because I might be down for that too.
That's
Okay,
right.
well,
You're
my
fine.
effect stays up,
What?
but okay,
You're just
but I am
stock still.
paralyzed?
You're paralyzed, correct.
okay.
Yeah, you see it reaches in, and there is just so much darkness, and almost like it's like seeping into your wound as it slashes into you, and it's like holding your blood cells by a grip, and so your body is paralyzed.
How much did I take damage-wise for that?
7 slashing.
7.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
The ones that appear don't do it, so yeah, we're all good. So you're paralyzed. You can't move or speak. You auto-fail the strength and dex save, and if anyone tries to attack you, they have advantage. So unfortunately, it's your turn, but you can't do anything.
Yes. But I keep concentration,
You
which
keep
is unfortunately
concentration,
the better thing for right
know.
now, as I can just pummel all the
Yeah.
opponents to death.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Was that just till the end of my turn, or do I need to make a save for it?
Oh, give me a second. Oh yeah, you can repeat your save.
Okay. So another con.
Oh,
I'm guessing that's not high enough either. Nope.
Unfortunately not. But remember, at the end of your turn, you can say, remind me if I don't
Okay.
prompt you for that.
Yep.
Alright, so
I will.
Rita, it is your turn.
Okay.
There's so many pieces on the board, guys.
Yeah,
Oh my
there's
God.
a lot going on right now. Oh no, we're fine. We've got this. This is easy. Okay, I just wanted to scooch over here so that I could get a little. I'll do a sort of a full. Okay, yeah, we're fine. This is fine.
Dandy.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper to Roland. Just now would be a good time for sanctuary. Before turning around to the white and doing a. I mean, I'm as bad at fighting undead as Tarvik is good at it. It seems, as I've been scouring my character sheet, like, no, none of this works. And I'm just gonna do dissonant whispers at 3rd level and try to help out.
Alright.
Okay.
Fail.
So it's a
This
yeah,
is
15 save.
Movement, right?
Yeah, so it's it has to move its
so-
movement away from me.
I think I'll just try and get to
Wow.
this corner.
That is awful damage.
13.
Do I get an
Oh,
attack
man.
of opportunity?
You do.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna
Yeah, that
I'm
hits.
gonna
Oh, Jesus.
just scooch as far into this sphere as I
Nice little,
can.
yeah. Nice little corner
Little
protected
pocket.
by spear.
You just see some angels like weirdly floating by you, just passing through your body.
You
Okay, that's it.
You see the creature hold its hands by its head as it just runs away from you, and Cassandra, you just get it straight in the back as it just like lunges forward from the momentum of your swing. Roland.
And I grab Tarvik and pull him back 1 square.
You can.
I was going to say I automatically fail all strength,
Yeah.
so I can get pulled.
Your movement
I'd
just
like-
gets halved, but you're only
I'd like to
taking
do
on the
that.
square.
In the interest of fairness, what I'm really hoping the answer is no. Does the guardrail get an opportunity attack against me? I would try
Against
very
you?
hard not to
No.
take damage.
No, it can't. It can't necessarily, even though technically it's like diagonal. I want to say because of the building, it's a little hard for him to kind of like get over to you. So you're fine.
Awesome. And then I'm not going to ram it. I'm just using my bonus action to move the flaming sphere right here.
Am I going to take damage from it right there?
Only if you end your turn there. Only if you end your turn there.
Well, considering
Not
I'm
ramming it into
paralyzed,
you.
I will be ending my turn there.
Well,
Put it
someone
one
else can shove it. Okay, can I shove it? Can I pull him back an additional square?
No.
You can. You have enough movement.
Oh no.
I have enough movement?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that no?
Rita.
Well,
Rita will have a turn to
Rita
move
is
away.
still next to it, by the way.
No.
Rita
I
will
just,
have a turn to move away. She's not paralyzed. It's only if
Yeah,
she
that's
ends
fair.
her turn there.
So, my thinking is we could have a Tardic sanctuary wall keeping them out.
That was a real good plan, and frankly, what I kind of thought too. But
Okay, but now we have a flaming sphere keeping them out. They can't move through the flaming sphere either, can they?
I'm gonna change the color to make it a little easier to see. The yellow was a
Okay.
little, yeah.
And they're
Yeah, that's
still,
fine.
and we're still surrounded by sanctuary. You still have to
He meant
cross through to get
the
in.
staff.
Oh,
Rita.
I
Just
don't
some of the stuff.
understand that. I guess then.
It's okay. This works.
It's
That's
fine.
a good idea.
We're good.
Okay,
We're gonna win.
we got this.
Nice.
It's
I like the
a
plan.
decent
Yeah.
plan.
okay,
All right,
Okay,
Roland, is that in your turn?
that does it. My turn.
Okay, Cassandra.
Alright, I'm gonna assume that's handled and peek through here. See that guy.
Yeah, you see its hands holding its sword, but like clamped over its ears, being affected from the dissonant whispers.
Well, not wanting him in here with us, I'm gonna run up to them and stab him.
Stabby stab away.
Yeah.
You. I feel like I barely tell you that your hits don't hit.
Well, yeah,
your
a
attacks are
+8.
crazy. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Very high dexterity. Okay, and then off. Okay, there we
That
go.
one, yeah,
There's
that one
a
actually
miss.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Shocking. Let's see. All right, you see the creature is not looking good. It
Okay.
is, yeah, it is being heavily damaged. You hear it just kind of like a mournful wail, like. However, if that's the end of your turn,
Yep.
we will go ahead and try and attack you.
Alright.
Please make
Uh-oh.
a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It's not within
Okay.
the barrier either, correct?
Correct.
It's farther
Right,
away.
It's out.
right
Okay.
outside of it.
Yeah, I can't see that far, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I think you are okay.
That's good.
You see its eyes lock upon you. And for a second, it doesn't do anything, and you see its eyes just squint a little bit as it reaches its hand forward. However, nothing seems to happen to you. And then it kind of lets out a frustrated, and then just swipes with a sword. And I believe that hits. That's a 19. So you take 5 points of slashing damage as it rips through your armor and catches you.
Okay. Thank you, Rita.
It's just gonna stay where it is, and this gargoyle here is going to fly straight into here, and go above
He was in
you.
Spirit Guardian.
Yeah, I was going to say it still takes. If it starts the turn there, it will still take Guardian's damage.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So let me roll that real quick. Oh, even better. And it's a whiz saving throw.
Yes. It fails. Woo.
Okay, so that's 20 radiant.
You see it flying toward you, and then just crashes right over here as its lifeless form breaks into a couple of pieces. Spirit Guardians! Alright.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these guys. Alright. Let's see, who's up? This guy is going to shamble its way towards you.
I'll wait until you move them all, and then
Thank
we'll do
you.
checks.
Yes.
Can it move through the sphere? Is the sphere like blocking the doorway?
Does it take damage if it moves through it?
It doesn't say anything about whether or not it can move through it, but I assumed it was like an ally and it was like a 5-foot barrier that it couldn't like move through.
Here's the description.
Yeah, let me look.
It doesn't say in the description.
I don't see anything written, but I'll say it moves through, but it's gonna take damage from it. So roll damage for that.
Okay.
Because I mean it's fire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you
Definitely
see.
not as good of a plan.
You see it try to move through, and it actually catches on fire and just like falls to the ground in flames. You see it tried to force itself through, but it could not withstand. I'm gonna use the same roll for this guy right here. He's gonna try and move through as well. But you know what? He's gonna get incinerated as well. This guy, let's see. He's gonna try and move. Yep, he can get here. And he's gonna take the 14 damage from the fire. But he does get up to your space. And he will try and...
Oh. Here. Can you make a whiz save too?
Oh, yes, thank you. Well, is it once they end their turn?
It's once so it would be, I'll post the description. It's first time entering or start of turn.
Entering or start of turn, perfect.
Yeah, so essentially they would take it here.
Mm-hmm.
But
17, I think.
17 passes, so that it's
Okay.
only 10 radiant damage.
Okay, 10. Oh my gosh. Either way, this guy, you see it enter your barrier here and just immediately collapses on the ground. Let's see. This guy... Alright, this guy... Oh, you know what? He's going to try and move through, but he collapses as well. This guy can make a dash. Alright. He's gonna be out as well. And though you guys can't see it, some more show up on the field that I am now putting on the field. Give me 1 second. And that's their turn. So Tarvik, it is now your turn as they appear.
Oh, make a Constitution saving throw.
For which one?
For the effect.
Paralyzed.
The end. That's the end of my turn.
Oh, yes.
Is 10 enough?
Let me go back to the description. Yes. Yes, it is. You are now
Okay.
not paralyzed.
Yay. I can finally
Yay.
move on my own.
But that was the end of
Even
your turn.
despite the fact that I've been killing masses of zombies as
Yeah.
they've just been running up and slaughtered.
Do you get to
Alright.
watch that while you're paralyzed?
I mean,
Yeah.
I can see. I'm not
Yeah.
blind, so yes, I watch as
sure.
each zombie approaches and then immediately is irradiated to death.
I imagine like a slow grin.
Yeah, yeah.
Even while paralyzed.
His
I can't
eyes
move
are
my mouth.
twinkling. He's smizing, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
That's my
so
turn.
it is Rita.
Okay. I'm going to take a step back and get a nice, good look at this guy's ugly mug, and I'm gonna try to finish him off with a dissonant whisper.
Oh, you calling this guy ugly? He's gorgeous. Hold on, give me a
Okay,
second.
that's better damage.
Whoa.
At second level.
17, I believe, saves.
So he takes half. So that's 8 psychic.
Ooh, what is your flare? What is Dissonant Whispers?
So
Give us some flare.
yeah, so everyone who's here and happens to be looking at Rita as she sort of turns around from this corner and looks at this white, you can see her lips moving, but you don't hear anything. The white hears something sort of like... And that's it.
All right. Man, I love when you guys describe things, because sometimes it is not what I intend or what I have in my mind. I'm thinking the whole dissonant was. I love how that is what gets it. That is what gets this fight. I love it. So you see it racked in pain. You see it drop its swords, and you see it just swirl into like a ball, like a fetal position, as it just shrieks in pain and then just like falls limp on the ground. Roland.
And I imagine like that's how sirens work.
Yeah. Roland is going to bonus action go ahead and cast Sanctuary on Harvick, even though it's a little late, but he's going to do it anyways. He can try to hold up his concentration.
So lost some purple in there or something.
And then for an action, I think I'm just gonna dodge and just try hard not to take, just trying not to take damage and keep this flaming sphere up. Yeah, and that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna just step forward so I can see that. Okay, that's what's going on. All right.
You say that? Do you say that in game? I feel like that'd be hilarious with Roland.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I definitely say every passing thought I have. I say out loud to you all. I definitely say in game.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, so with Roland's turn, we now have Cassandra.
Looking behind me, I see like a bunch of dead dudes. So I'm gonna look in this room and search around for anything of interest, like treasure.
Yeah, I should explain. In this room here, you see what remains of like a coffin / tomb, and you see it has been smashed. But go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see that there appears to be a hidden compartment inside of the open sarcophagus. So you see like a little panel outlined. You think that, something might be in there.
Okay. I will. That's probably my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'll say though, something over here.
I mean, unless you have a bonus action that you want to do.
I can use
an
objects
action.
as a bonus action.
You can.
Would opening that? Would you let me do that?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
So you open it up and you see inside. Let me see if I have a photo of this or something.
And here comes the necrotic damage.
Yeah, the giant trap that kills us all. I was a little in the back of my mind. I was like, should I check it for trap? We'll see.
Here, this is the description. There's no picture to it, but it is a saddle of the cavalier.
Ooh. Who are we gonna ride?
Tarvik. The halfling rides Tarvik.
Yes. Alright, cool.
Alright. And then we go... My gosh. All of these creatures that you can't quite see, other ghouls that have appeared, start to try and go in, but immediately are incinerated by the combination of the flame and the spirit guardians. And so all of these would-be attackers have now fallen to the ground, and you see anyone who has line of sight here would see all of them like start shambling up and then just get completely burned by like the actual flame and the spiritual light of spirit guardians. And you start to hear a little bit of quiet as the shambling has stopped. I will say that you guys are out of initiative.
After a minute passes, the flaming sphere is gone.
Yes.
I have 10 minutes on Spirit Guardian, so those will stay up for a bit.
But well, that went better than expected.
Speak for
I
yourself.
found a saddle.
Rita's gonna pull out her her bright green feather and just flip it into her hair.
Nice.
We should be quiet in this place. We don't know what's beyond the doors.
Okay. I found a saddle.
Very pretty saddle.
I'm
really wants
I'm
you
very
to know
proud.
that she found a saddle.
Good. I'm very happy that you found a saddle.
Do you think
Am I-
this is the treasure?
It's
I
a good
say
thing we,
yes,
like, dumped
we
all of
leave.
our junk. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be able to like carry the saddle around.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you have room to carry the saddle now.
Yes. I have it. Okay. Can you search for the skull? Or should we look for tracks?
Yeah, maybe we go back outside and search for tracks first.
Okay.
I
I will.
don't know if I'll find tracks, but I mean, I can only cast it so many times, and I would prefer not to rest for a long time here. So,
Do you want to try and sneak?
I can try. I'm not going to be very good at it. I would also say I look outside, and the fact that I'm currently illuminated, not literally, but like kind of by rotating angels,
Yeah.
kind of gives me away. I don't know if you know that, but that's not a normal thing. That doesn't blend in.
Yeah.
But I will approach the graves and try my best to sneak outside.
All right.
I also want to go sneak to investigate.
Okay. I will say this is where we will end tonight's session just because it is a little bit late. So for next session, we will pick up with you guys rolling some stealth and also doing some investigation or perception, whatever you guys want.